Beautiful early morning here at the ranch. The wild birds are out singing, everything's green, and it is a very beautiful day out today. So I want to share some, I want to share some positivity with all of you. I hope my microphone is working for you right now. And oh my goodness, these chickens have absolutely no personal space. I hope my microphone's working right now, and I hope you can all hear me, and I hope you will enjoy the stream. I saw we had a few people waiting in the stream, and the numbers just take a little while to update. So I'll just read out the chat messages that have been said in the chat before, and then we'll catch up to, yeah, I'll just read the chat messages while I'm feeding the birds a little bit of corn, because I have quite a bit of corn to feed them today. Oh yeah, but the biggest thing today is that the geese have finally hatched out more babies. The Echo and Goo both went broody at the same time, and Echo was sitting hatching her eggs for so long. She was incubating them for nearly a month. Then 3 days before they hatched, Goo went broody, my other goose went broody, went into the nest and stole her babies. And then, but like Goo doesn't have the hormones to be a good mother, so Echo still is doing most of mothering. Echo is making sure they eat, making sure they drink, making sure they're healthy and everything like that. And Goo, she's just along for the ride. She's just sitting on the sidelines being like, yep, such a good mother. But yeah, it's just so funny how these chickens are like that. Hello, Brendan. Hello, Buggy Farms. Say you'll have to watch, but you'll have to go to a car show later today. Have fun with the car show. Hello, Fabs the Chicken Gal. Hello, Dragons. Dylan. Hello, Dylan. Dylan Medina. Sorry, I just want to make sure there's an N there, not Dillam, because I know people who are also Dillams. Oh my goodness, Pepper. Look at this girl jumping up to want a little bit more corn. You know what? I will deliver. I'll get them just a little bit more corn while I just read the introductory chat for today. Hello, everyone. We have Gypsy was here too. Buggy Farms. Lulu's back. Hello, Lulu back. Hello, Lulu. Awesome. Welcome back once again. But yeah, we have all the geese here, and it's really, really cool. Hello, random name. Welcome back to the stream. I'm happy to be back streaming after a little while away. And this is I streamed last week, I'm streaming now, and I'm not sure if I'll stream a week from now. I'll decide at the end of the stream if I'm actually going to stream again. Here, let me lower this down a little bit so you can see more of the chickens. But yeah, it's kind of funny. The chickens that love to jump on me, it's the white leghorns, Pepper, and then Goldie. I think basically it's just the white leghorns, Pepper, Goldie, Speckles. Most of the old girls don't really jump on me very much anymore, but a lot of the other chickens are just on the ground right now, right down below me. So you can sprinkle a little bit of corn on them, and they absolutely love that. But the chickens are willing to jump on top of my lap and sit here, the ones who get the most corn. Hello, Dragon. Hello, PB&J. Hello, MP Player. Greetings, everybody. It's good to have you all here. What else is being said right now? Fabs the Chicken Gal, you made it. Congratulations. Welcome back. Oh, my goodness. These tiny containers of corn do not last very long. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold my phone near the ground. I'm going to feed them the big container. I'm going to get a big container of corn to share amongst all the chickens, and then I will also, oh my goodness, these chickens just love to flap around, and then I'll go show you the geese after that. So just going to stand up. Yep, everyone just knocks down, falls to the ground, which is kind of a bit sad, but that's just how it works out. Here, let me just, oh, it's hard to get the camera right. There we go. Come on, everybody. Chickens, move, move. So many chickens. Oh my goodness, they just all get in the way. There we go. Come on, everybody, eat up. Lovely, lovely corn for everyone. Oh no, I've been behind on chat. It's no longer updating. I will have to read chat. I will have to read chat after I'm done. But yeah, these chickens, look at them. They're just absolutely, they just love the corn so much. I think that's one of the big things the chickens missed when I wasn't live streaming as much, like when I went on that little month hiatus or 3-month hiatus or whatever from live streaming, is they weren't getting fed barely, like they're getting fed next to no corn, because I'd feed them a little bit during some like YouTube videos. I'd feed them a little bit as treats now and then, but like the live streams, they got a lot of corn. They ate just so much corn. Again, when I had to take one of my chickens to the vet to get diagnosed, not like a local vet, like a vet very far away. When I had to go to a very distant vet to get a diagnosis for one of the diseases that was affecting my chickens, the vet told me, you've got to feed them less corn. They are eating too much corn, because like, yep, I can understand that is quite a lot of corn. Here, let me just try to scroll up on chat. So there you go. Now I'm scrolled up on chat so I can actually read what people are saying. Buggy Farms, you want to see the ducks? Oh yeah, I have the ducks now. Yeah, so I have 6 baby ducks and a baby goose. I got those baby ducks. Then Peanut went broody, so she hatched 2 of Echo's eggs. Then Echo went broody, so she hatched 2 of Goo's eggs. So right now I have, how many ducks? So I have like 6 ducks and then 5 baby geese. 5 baby geese. One's about a month old, one is like 2 weeks old, and the other one's like 2 days old. It's really, really cute. Yeah, there you go. You can see, as always, it is the leghorns who spend the most time sitting on my hand, the most time eating and drinking, everything like that. Dylan, corn is very yummy. Oh yeah, the chickens absolutely love corn. It's kind of funny. Like I fed them a bunch of other treats. A lot of the treats they enjoy the most are just the things that they're the most used to. So if I feed them apples for a long period of time, they'll enjoy apples. But for some reason, they just love corn more than anything. They just absolutely go crazy for it. They treat it like it's candy. It's like, would you like a little bit of a candy? Would you like a little bit of a bonbon? These things just absolutely love to eat their corn. What else being said? Lulu, you said bring the ducks. Oh yeah, I'll bring the ducks over, and I'll or is that you? Now you got a bunch of geese. So you used to have ducks and you got geese, or are you talking about me getting ducks and geese? But yeah, I have a whole bunch of ducks, a whole bunch of geese, and I'm gonna make videos on them soon. Just the problem with the videos is that they take a long while to edit because I am very busy with other things. And that's kind of a big problem. Eventually, I will become better at editing, more efficient. I can actually like get videos out, but oh well. Luckily, I'm very lucky right now that having chickens is a hobby, not a job, because that way I can be slow with editing and it's not going to be like problematic too much for me. Alex, the candy corn. Oh yes, this is the candy corn. Also, look at these chickens. Look how sad these poor little chickens are. They have these bare spots on their backs because these leghorns are absolute monsters. These leghorns pluck all the other chickens. They go up to them, grab their feathers, and rip them out. So these things aren't very nice. So my poor Rhode Island Reds, my like barred rocks are all bald. Rooster over here, he's not super bald. He still has most of his feathers, but they still pluck the tips off. And it's only a lot of my old girls. So like old girls like Pepper are basically in, pretty good condition. Old girls like Ruby there, Sushi are still in pretty good condition. But like, dang, those leghorns are so aggressive. Here, one moment, I gotta put you back in the tripod. Some corn fell into my boot, and the chickens, I'm sure the chickens will love to eat the boot corn. So here, let me turn you around so you can see. Chickens. Chickens. There you go. Just one piece of boot corn, but one piece of boot corn was all they needed. Dylan, you talk about the low taper fade. I still don't even know what a taper fade is. I know everyone mentions the low taper fade. I don't know what that is because I think that might be. I'm not a hair person. I'm also not big on like. I like to use a bit of youth slang because I think it's kind of funny. But low taper fade is one of those things I don't get it. I think when I get my hair, I think it is a fade, not a taper. I don't know, but here, let me see. Lulu, you asked about Houdini. There's Houdini. You can see his little back there. He's all fluffy on his back because like his tail feathers are really nice. His head feathers are really good, but around his back and neck, the chickens, the leghorns specifically, they like to pluck out all his feathers. So he's very, very messy right now. Hello, Scooter D. Is that a username or is that your actual name? I don't remember with YouTube chat or with like live chat or what, but like, hello man, greetings. Whatever it is, it's massive. I have no clue what that means. Hello man. But yeah, over here is the geese. There is Goo, that fluffy one to the side is Echo. And where are the babies? They are, oh yeah, right there. Sorry, it's kind of dark. It's very bright, so it's very hard to see my phone screen. Those are the babies. Ah, look at them. They're so tiny. And so they just walk among the geese, and the geese are just so protective. So you have the big goose, big male there. It's kind of funny. He is so defensive of his babies. He always used to be very aggressive. He's always very aggressive to like me and to my family. But then like the moment we got babies, it's so nice. He's actually protective. For once, his aggression isn't just him being mean. His aggression is actually like defensive. He's keeping his baby safe. It's so cute seeing him puff up and chase away the chickens or the peacocks. The peacocks are like very aggressive. Like the peacocks always try to chase around my ducks and attack them. So like that is so nice. Is like when the peacocks come up to him and the peacocks are like, I want to attack your babies, he says, no, you're not. And that is just like, that is amazing. But yeah, I'm going to go and try to grab one of the babies. Babies, come here, baby. Come on, oh, no, oh, come on. Oh, wait, there we go. Yay, look at that. Look how precious this thing is. This is Goo's baby. This is the baby of that goose right there. Look how precious it is. It's so tiny. It's a little clucky. It has those tiny little, it has a black beak, black feet. It's a little brown back. So this little baby here, when it grows up, it will have, oh, she doesn't want to be held, so I'll put her down. Bye, baby. When that little baby grows up, it'll be the color, it'll be Nia's color. So it'll have the black on the top of the head, black on the back, white underbelly, but it will not have the, how Nia has that little ice cream scoop on his head. He has that lump on his head. The babies will not have that. They will be the shape of Goo with the color of Nia. And then for Echo's babies that Peanut has in the run over there, those Echo's babies with Nia will, again, they'll be the color of Nia, but they'll have the feather patterns of Echo, and they will not have that bump on the head. So like, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so excited to see how they look like when they grow up, to see all these sort of things, because they are going to be absolutely just so cool when they grow up. But yeah, but there is the two geese and their babies. And I walk near Nia, he'll hiss at me. Look how he's hissing. He has his mouth open like that. His little chompers out trying to chomp at me. I'll grab some corn because I think after doing, oh, did you look at that? I was just walking away and then he started, so let me see, can I walk away? Will he do it again? No. But yeah, I'll walk away and then he'll put his head down and start snaking towards me. It's so cool. Scooty D, that's your tag. You're just coming over to the community to say hi. No, that's why I was wondering what it was. Yeah, because I recognized your profile and just saw that, and I knew that YouTube did the tag, so I just wanted to. I was thinking you were somebody I knew from the community. I just wanted to make sure. So hello, man. What else is being here? I don't know what to talk about. Low taper fades, Corn, but yes, hello, Corn. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Goober. Welcome to the stream. It's great to be here. It's great to have you here, Goober. And let's see, MP Fabs. Who else was here? Scooty said he had a lot of swag. I'm assuming that's for the rooster. My goodness, I fell behind on chat. Ugh, that's the problem with chat, is there's just so much chat, so little time. But yeah, a little bit of corn like this for the geese is going to be great. But it's really difficult to feed corn to the geese because the dang chickens, like here, the dang chickens like this girl here, they will, if you throw corn at the geese, these girls will swoop in, try to eat up all the corn. And that's not very good for the geese. The poor geese, they just want to like rest and be, be happy, be safe, be away from the chickens. And then I throw the corn at them. They want to eat the corn. I want to give them corn, but the chickens come by too. So it's like, it's a bit difficult trying to get corn to the, like, I think for the baby geese, in order to like get them eating corn, I probably would have to, in order to get them to eat the corn, I'd probably have to maybe feed it to them when the chickens are inside. Maybe that's all I'll do. I'll feed them corn in the morning before I let out the chickens in the future. So now I can, but yes, hello, Cali chickens. I'm not sure if I said hello to you earlier. I'm just trying to catch up from chat. Geese, come here, geese. You can see I throw down the corn and the geese will come in. Come on, Goose. Come on, Echo, come here, Echo. You've been such a good mother. Yeah, you can see up in the background, Nia's up there. He's gonna keep the babies safe while his two good girls both eat the corn. Come on, no, not you, Goo. Not you, Goo. You've had enough. Echo, come here, Echo. Echo, come on, Echo, come on, Echo. Come here, mother. Come here, Goose Mom. Goose Mom. Okay, I'll just sprinkle some down. There you go. I think she got it. Hopefully she got at least a single piece of corn. I don't know, but here's some more for Goo. Again, Goo is the deadbeat mom. She is the mom who went broody at the last possible moment, ended up destroying one of Echo's other eggs. Echo had another egg that was going to hatch. Literally, that Goo destroyed one of Echo's eggs. Goo destroyed one of Echo's eggs literally 2 days before it was supposed to hatch. And that was so sad because I came down here. I had 3 eggs and they're going to hatch in 2 days. And then all of a sudden I had 2 eggs and Goo was sitting there on the nest. Because what happens is when you had the 2 geese in the nest, one of them would push the other out of the nest. And then they'd push each other back and forth, one taking the nest, the other taking the nest. And then when one got kicked out of the nest, the other would swoop into the nest and sit down in the nest on top of the eggs. And then the other one would go and scoop the eggs out from under them. So they'd basically be playing hot potato with their eggs, where the eggs would go from one box or one nest to the other nest, back and forth and back and forth. And like, yeah, it's a poor geese. They did not get out of this without losing. Like, they lost a few eggs. But here, let me just get ready here and say, Goose. I want to feed the goose some corn. Geese. Oh, yeah, they're coming. I don't know if I can get Echo close enough, but Goose definitely coming. Come on, Goose, come on. There we go. Only a little bit, because I want to save some of this to feed Peanut. Peanut and her babies love eating corn, And then for the ducks, I'm gonna feed it to them too. Swamp chickens, hello swamp chickens. You say, what's good? You started this year. You have over 50 chickens now, like 7 ducks. Ah, good work, man. Oh my goodness, these things are so these birds are hard to take care of. Oh, and there goes the goose. The chicken scared away the goose once again. Terrible. Hannah, greetings, Hannah. How are the Sushi and Echo doing? Echo's doing really well. Her baby's doing well. Sushi's doing really well too. All the birds are doing really well. You know what? I'm trying to read chat. I'm having trouble reading chat. That's the biggest thing about streams. I need to balance reading chat with with actually doing entertaining things like feeding the birds, showing them off, talking about that. And that's a really hard balance to make. I'm gonna go into the ISO run, which is right there. This used to be the ISO run. Now it's the duck run. I'm gonna go in the duck run, show off the ducks, and feed them all some corn. And that way I can sit here a little bit more relaxed and read chat. Here is Peanut. Peanut! There's little Peanut, and then Peanut's babies are right there. Those geese, it's really hard to see scale right now, but those geese are like bigger than my hand, and they're nearly as big as Peanut is. So here's Peanut. Peanut, come on, Peanut, I'll give you a little bit of corn. Peanut, Peanut. Oh, see that? See how she's clucking right now? Let me get my microphone in there. Listen to her. She's clucking like crazy. That is the mother chicken thing. She's found some yummy treats and she wants her baby to eat them. I'll leave that there. Yeah, she's found some good treats and she wants her babies to eat them. And now I just have to see, will the babies eat the corn? I'm not sure. Look at her. She's such a good mother. Even though she's a chicken, and chickens, like, she does not understand what the geese are, why they act the way they do. Like, she gets really confused with them. I found her when she went to sleep last night. She was up roosting because she's currently sleeping in the shed out that way. And when I came to her at nighttime, she was roosting high up on a barrel, and her 2 little babies were sitting on the ground below her. And she didn't know what to do. I think she was expecting them like a chicken by that age, like a chick by that age would start roosting. So she was roosting. They can't roost. They're ducks. They have like tiny little wings. They have like the smallest little wings. They're so cute they're geese. The geese will not grow in proper wings until they're much older. But yeah, there's Peanut. You can see she grabs a piece of corn, she picks up and drops it and clucks a whole bunch. And their little babies there, they just want to eat some corn. They're so good. Let me just catch up in chat. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to just trying to read chat a little bit. Hannah says the corn tax. Yes, exactly, it's a corn tax. And thanks for dropping in, Scoote D. I'm not sure what your actual username was, or like your channel name or whatever, but it's good to have you here, man. Oops, sorry, got my finger in the thing there. But yeah, we had the baby. Yeah, those were Echo's babies over here. Sorry, no, those were Goose babies. These are Echo's babies, but they're Peanut's babies now, because they might have been Echo's eggs, but they're hatched by Peanut, so they're Peanut's babies. So since Peanut is Peanut because she was tiny, the geese, we've named them Saute, because Peanut Saute is one of the biggest peanut dishes, like peanut recipes. So we have Peanut and Saute, and currently they're both the babies are named Saute because I'm not sure if both of them are girls. If both of them are girls, I'd love to keep both of them. Maybe I'd sell one once they're adults, but like when they're babies, I'm gonna keep both of them so Peanut can, that way she can have her little babies. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so yeah, right now they're both called Saute. If I have to sell one of them, the one I keep will be Saute. Otherwise, if I can keep both of them, then I'll have to get a new name, and I will have Peanut and her other babies. But yeah, look at that. Look how precious they are. She's just there clucking away, eating all big corn, and then her babies are just having a little nibble. But these things, when I get these things in the goose pond, they're so cute when they just jump in there and start splashing around. They are so awesome. So I'm just gonna scroll through the chat. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up, but I'm seriously behind. What else is happening here? Hannah, you said you had your 2 leghorns that were jumping on you when you cleaning the coop. That's always cute. I love when the chickens jump on you. A chicken that jumps on you is a really good thing. Even if they're not like really pets per se, if you can have chickens, if you can train them to be friendly enough that they jump on your shoulder, sit there happily, that will be a chicken that will be a really good pet. Or if they're not pets, even like if you just sell them, if you have a chicken that sits on your shoulder, those things are worth like double the price of a chicken that doesn't. So like, yeah, it's like if you take care of chickens and you raise them to be really friendly, they are going to be so much better than other chickens that aren't very friendly. What else are here? My goodness, I fell behind chat. You know what? the chat was a lot more active today than it was previously, so I'm gonna not. And once I catch up with just what was left here, I'm not gonna read the backlog anymore. I just gotta get through. Hello, Connor, McG, greetings. Who else was here? A bunch of people. Okay, there you go. Now I'm finally back to the end of the chat again. Uh, but yeah, there are all these different things here. Again, they're awesome. MP, can I feed the chickens cornflakes? You can feed the chickens cornflakes. It's not good for them though, because cornflakes, it's only a little bit of corn and it's really high in sugar. So like geese and chickens and things, they don't need sugar. They need like raw like grains, calcium, protein, all that sort of stuff. So like cornflakes are really just empty calories. They'll make your chickens fat, but they won't make them healthy because they don't have very much nutrients in them. Because that's actually a big thing. Cornflakes are not good for people. They're not really good for people to eat. They're just basically empty calories. So for breakfast, cornflakes are about the same as eating maybe like a quarter cup of corn and then drinking like a large soda. Like that's about the same amount of nutrients they give you. But yeah, look here. Here's little Peanut. She's so tiny. She's so precious. It's so funny. She used to absolutely hate me, but then since she's gone broody several times in a row, now I can go up to her, I can pick her up, I can hold her, and she no longer hates me. She's really comfortable being around me. Oh, there she goes, clucking away again with her little babies. Hey, baby, baby, want to come here? Want to get picked up? Come on, let me pick you up. I will put you in the thing right here, and then I'll go pick up the babies. Hello, Nell Isagi, greetings. But yeah, cornflakes is definitely not good for chickens. It's basically just like food scraps, garbage. So like cornflakes, it's not harmful to them. If you say had a box of cornflakes that were left over, you could feed it to the chickens. It's just, dang, rooster's so loud. But if you had a box of cornflakes left over, it was expired, you don't want any more, yeah, you can feel free to feed it to the chickens. It's just not something you should make a habit of. It's like lunch meat. You can feed chickens your old lunch meat, like say if you have like a little bit of extra bologna or something like that left over, roast beef, your chickens would be really happy to eat that. But because it is really high in salt, it's, you know, it's not good for them to eat a huge amount of. Let me put you right there. And then I gotta grab one of these gooses. Oh, no, the geese are running away again. Dang it. I moved too fast and the geese got startled. Goose right there. Let me just put you right there. There's Peanut and her geese. Oh my goodness. Dang, tripod is such a pain to try to work with. Yeah, there's the Peanut and her geese. I just got to grab one of them. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. Here we go. Here we go. I got one. This is cutest little thing here. Let me just, and right there is Peanut's little baby. Oh my goodness, these things are just so cute. I absolutely love these things so much. Like really, Peanut's babies are probably some of the best geese I've had in a while because they're so tiny, but they're also so friendly, and it's so cute watching Peanut and her babies together because even though Peanut's a chicken, she still sticks with her babies so well. Come on, come on. She's a little bit scared. She doesn't like being held very much. Because I hold them usually about every day, so they're not completely like super terrified, but she still is not happy. She's trying to get away because she doesn't like to be held. Oh yeah, look how big these things are now. That's how big a goose gets after I don't know, like a couple weeks. But yeah, then I have the other geeses because I have the other ducks and the geese here. The other ones are way, way bigger. Lulu, you ask why Houdini was darker. Houdini's darker because his feathers are dark down in the center and then they have lighter tips on them, and the leghorns bit off the ends of his feathers. So Houdini's actually like, he's missing most of his feathers. Most of the black you see on him is actually his down feathers, not his actual other feathers. It's kind of funny like that. Fabs Chicken, you say I should name the other goose Walnut. I think that's what I was planning to do, is because I don't want to have two Peanut named babies. So I'll have Peanut with one of her babies will be Peanut and Peanut Saute. So we just call her Saute. And then the other one would be something like Walnut or Hazel or Pistachio or something. I don't know. We've had a couple other nut named birds. Like, I think we had Pecan, rest in peace. Like we had quite a few of them. But yes, hello everybody. I'm just trying to catch up. Chickens love cucumber. Where's the baby duck we were holding? Oh, yeah, Dragon, the one you're talking about. I know the one you're talking about from the Discord. Yeah, I'll go grab you that one in just a moment. Dragon, you never heard of a chicken raising a goose? Yeah, I've heard of chickens raising ducks before and stuff like that, but never a chicken raising a goose. Okay, so getting my corn over here. Here are the ducks. Here are the ducks. They love to all sit together in this. They have they have their little pile here. Oh, and they're migrating away now. You have these ducks. I'm pretty sure that was one of the ones I held. I have a whole bunch of ducks. So in that big one right there, that's not a duck, that's a goose. So I'll just go show you these. It's hard to live stream outdoors where I need to like make sure to point my camera in the right direction and everything like that. Ugh. Here are the ducks. Ducks. And I'll throw down some corn for them. Come on, ducks. Right now, they don't seem to be very interested in corn. So I'll just throw a bunch more corn at them. Yep, absolutely no interest in corn whatsoever. But, oh, there comes Peanut clucking along to bring her babies nearby. Maybe that's how I'll get the ducks interested in corn, is because, like, as I said earlier, with food, they don't just choose to eat a certain food and say, I love this, I'm going to eat this forever and ever and ever and eat all of this food that's available. You have to sort of get them interested in food first, feed it to them a little bit, like a certain food, feed it to them for a little bit at first, and then eventually they'll start to love it. Like Peanut absolutely loves corn. So when she sees corn, she clucks and tries to get both her little baby geese to eat corn. But yeah, right there, that's my other goose right there. Her name is Emmy. That's an unfortunate shot. I have holding the corn, so I don't really have much. There you go. Now she sat down. She's looking better. But yeah, that's Emmy right there. That's my other goose. My other goose I bought the baby ducks, and they have all these ducks all around. They really love to sit in this tall grass, eat the dandelions, and just sort of disappear in the tall grass. They are just absolutely adorable. There you go. Just had to get my tripod work out. This dang tripod always such a mess. But hello Kirby fan, welcome back, have a good one. It's good to have you here. Buggy Farms, you have to go. Bye, man. What else is here? Alex, you say such a loud girl. Oh yeah, all the chickens are incredibly loud, especially Peanut. She clucks and clucks and clucks because she's a mother goose, or mother, well, she's an honorary mother goose now. She might not be a goose, she might be a chicken, but like she is defensive like a goose, and she makes sure that her babies are safe. She will make sure that no harm comes to her babies. She's a really good mom. The funniest thing about her is because she is a chicken, she doesn't understand a lot of the goose, like why goose act. She doesn't understand the sounds they make. So like if her babies are getting attacked and they're making upset noises, oh, I'm scared, she'll be like, I don't know what that noise means, everything's fine. But if she sees another bird coming near her geese, like if she can actually see it, oh, then she's angry. Her eyes turn red. She goes, Rah! Chase after them. It's so funny. Peanut is so tiny, and I have giant peafowl. My peafowl sit at the side of the fence, bumping into the fence because they want to come in here and attack the baby ducks because they're aggressive little creatures. And then Peanut went up to the fence, pecked it straight in the face, and the peacock went, woo! And like went flying off into the distance. It was like, she is such an amazing, like she's such a strong mother. She is awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna go bathe the geese, or bathe the ducks now. Ducks. So I just got to nope. And as usual, they all flop out of the tub. Very sad. But yeah, I'm gonna get Peanut's babies. Peanut's babies are so cute when they get in the tub, because when I put Peanut's babies in the water, they get the zoomies and they start swarming all around, making all sorts of noise, flying all around. But also I like to throw some treats in the bath so that the birds like to eat them. And maybe I'll grab some I'll just put the corn down there temporarily, and then I'll also grab some dandelions, because the geese, they really love their nice dandelions like this. So I'll just go around, rip up the grass, get some good dandelions for the geese. There you go. That's probably enough. And I just shove that in the pond. And that's really as easy as it is, because they like to jump in the pond, drink the water, and then they just like zoom around, eat the dandelions. So now is the hard part. I'll have to put you down here. And oh no, my tripod's oh no, that works. Just got my tripod's not in flat ground right now. It's not level. I think I'm in a pit right now, but maybe I'll put you here-ish so you can still see the ducks behind. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see the ducks in the top corner there. There's Peanut's baby. I'm just gonna get it in the pond, and once they start swimming, they are very, very. I'll just catch up on chat. What else was being said in chat? Lily say like Houdini would evolve. Nah, he's just getting all his feathers plucked out. Houdini is a very good rooster. When his hens attack him, he just sort of tolerates it. He's not going to be very aggressive. He's very nice. Well, it's being said here, Goober, the wild herd of juveniles, embark on the journey. Exactly. Hello, Uninspired. Welcome back, Uninspired. Good to have you here. But yeah, now it's time to get the geese into the pond. Come on, geese. Geese. My goodness, these things are very hard, but there's one goose. I need to get 2 geese at a time, because if I just have a single goose, they don't like being in the pond. It needs to be 2 geese. Goose. Other goose. There we go. And now they have the 2 geese. I can just put them in. Come on, stay here. Stay. And then that's it. And now, it's so funny. Peanut's baby geese, they're a bit scared of me. Oh yeah, there you go. Now they get the zoomies. Look at them. Oh, look at it. See how it puts its head underneath the water and starts splashing about? These things are just so cute. Yeah, look at them. That's the zoomies, and that's one of the things that I really love about the baby geese. I can't get that to happen with my adult geese. I don't have a pond big enough for my adult geese to do the zoomies in it. But then with the baby geese like this is the only time in their life when they're this big where they can actually fully submerge, splash around, go do laps in the pond. It's so adorable. I absolutely love these things. Uninspired, you're saying that's how the Spinosaurus attacks? Yeah, remember, birds are dinosaurs. So these geese here, they are dinosaurs. They are the last descendants of the dinosaurs. So these things are basically Spinosaurus if you think about it. But yeah, they do the little dive. They put their heads down and they shoot off and just go through the water. They're so cute. And then once they've had enough of that, then they just sort of sit here and just sort of, oh, there you go. Yep. They go splash around, do their little dance. And they also have the cutest little wings. They have such tiny little wings. I don't know, they absolutely melt my heart when I see them splashing around in the pond like this. They're so small, they're so delicate, they're so precious. Yeah, Alex, it's the zoomies. It 100% is the zoomies. Hello, Dahu. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you back again, man. Goober, you said the geese and albatross are related. Yeah, I think I'm not sure how most birds are related, but I know like most birds that look quite similar to each other, you know, decently enough related. But yes, what else is being said in chat? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, but yeah. Uninspired, you haven't caught a stream in a minute? Oh yeah, that's because I haven't done a stream in a while. My last stream was only a week ago, but then before that I was on like a several month hiatus just because I got a little bit burnt out. So I was just wanting to have a little bit of a time to relax. But yeah, these things are just so precious. I just love seeing them bouncing around in the water, flapping those tiny little wings, dunking their heads under. I look like just these things are incredible. And then look at that little wing flap, just like the big geese do. Look, they stand up real tall and flap their tiny wings and then shake their tail feathers. Those wings, even though, like, it's kind of funny, baby chickens develop like fully grown wings that can flap them when they're about like a week and a half oldish. Geese like this will not have proper flight wings until they're several months old, because what matters to these birds is growing fat and becoming buoyant. So that's a big thing, is buoyancy. But then, like, so that's the reason why, like, Peanut was roosting last night. Well, she was supposed to be sitting with these babies. She was roosting because they should be able to roost by now too, but they can't because they're geese. But yeah, those little wings, they're so tiny and precious now, but when they grow up, just like a few weeks from now, or like maybe like a month or two from now. Actually, no, my other goose, I have another goose off that way right there. That's Emmy up in the corner there. So yeah, it will probably take like a couple more months, but like eventually those little wings will be so big they can smack you. Like my male goose that's over in the other run, he has such big wings, and every time I annoy him by going near his babies, he'll run at me and he'll start flapping and smacking me with his wings, and dang, it really hurts. Hello, Damari. Greetings. Welcome to the stream. I just wanted to say, if there's anyone new in stream so far and you haven't spoken in chat yet, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to say hi. And if you've been enjoying this, watching the stream and enjoying it so far, please do hit the like button and subscribe. I am actually doing these streams a little bit more frequently now, so that's good. Here, let me chuck some corn in. I'm not sure how much corn the babies themselves will eat, but I think the baby ducks, the ducks will probably eat a bit of corn. but most of the corn, like the corn I throw in here, these ones might eat a little bit, but I think the ducks, when they jump in here just to like bath, they'll probably eat more. But yeah, it's kind of funny. These baby geese, they don't really like me holding them, but Peanut up there in the corner, Peanut, their mother, is just so trusting of me that when I pick up her babies, she doesn't stress at all. She doesn't panic at all. Also, it's not stuck in the pond. They get out of the pond really easily. They just take a little bit of time to get out of the pond. They're big enough now that they can get on their own. When they were younger, I had to help manually put them in and manually put them out. But the reason why I'm not manually putting the baby out of the pond now and I'm just leaving it there is because you can see it's still eating dandelions and enjoying itself. It wants to get out, but it's not in any rush. It's still having fun. Oh, there we go. Now it's out. There you go. And now that's done, it walks right back over to Mama Peanut and does, oh, another little wing flap. Oh, these things are so precious. I love them so much. But yeah, Peanut is so trusting of me that she never screams at me anymore when I pick up her baby. She never panics. She never clucks. She just tolerates it because she knows I'm not going to hurt them, and she trusts me because I've had to take care of her a lot as well. I take care of her very well, and so she trusts me, which is just really, really good. Oh, Dahu had to leave. The chickens were laying. Fabs, you say, can Peanut swim? Peanut can swim. Chickens are actually like pretty decent swimmers, but they don't like to swim. So like you really shouldn't, you should never put a chicken in water because chickens can swim. They're not good swimmers because they have flight feathers. So when their flight feathers get wet, they can't fly very well and can be quite dangerous. But they can swim enough that they won't sink in the water. They'll float on the water and sort of flap over to the shore. But like, yeah, you never want to put a chicken in the water. It's very stressful unless you're washing them. If you're washing a chicken, you can do it. But yeah, it's one of those things where you need to know what you're doing, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to end up with a bad situation. And uninspired between the chickens, geese, peacocks, and the ducks, which take the longest to grow up. The peacocks take the longest by far. Chickens reach maturity, like they reach maturity after about 6 months, I think. Yeah, I think 6 months. After 6 months, that's when chickens start laying eggs again. And they're like fully mature after about a year, but they basically hit like chicken puberty after 6 months when they start laying eggs. Geese and ducks, usually they start laying eggs, they hit like puberty, duck puberty or whatever, after about probably also like 6 to 8 months. I'm not really sure. I haven't had very many baby ducks. Like I've only ever had Goo and Echo as my only 2 ducks, so I don't really have much experience with that. But like, yeah, chickens are by far the shortest. Geese are longer than ducks just because they're larger creatures, but peacocks take so much longer to grow. Like chickens are mature. They start laying eggs, they start breeding, mating, everything like that when they're like 6 to 8 months old, and then they become fully grown after about a year. Peacocks, they only start breeding when they're like 2 to 3 years old and become full-sized after like, again, 2 to 3, maybe even 4 years. So like they take a long time to grow. So like, yeah, I think that's probably one of the reasons why we don't have the same way that we've domesticated chickens, where we've made them all different sizes and shapes, different patterns, everything like that. Peacocks really are, they look basically identical to the wild birds, except sometimes they have slightly different color patterns just because they take so much longer to breed, which is pretty crazy. Clock, how old are the birds? The ducks I was just showing you that were in the pond, they were only about 3 weeks old. Or sorry, the geese I was showing you that were in the pond with the chicken, near the chicken, they were only about 3 weeks old. The other ducks I have, I'll take my phone out of my tripod. My other ducks I have over here are about like a month old, I think. But yeah, look at these things. They're so precious, and they're getting quite big. Like they used to have all the baby down, and just now they're starting to lose their baby down. So they're growing in their adult feathers, growing in their adult colors. Like these ducks here, they used to be full yellow, and you can see this one, it's now becoming white and brown, but still has a little bit of yellow on the neck. That one still has a little bit of yellow on the back. This one still is yellow. This is a goose. It still is yellow all over its head, but like that's a 1-month-old goose. That's how big they look like when they're a 1-month-old. That's quite large now. Like, look at that. It has like, you can see it's actually starting to grow in wing feathers and everything like that. But yeah, that's how big they look like when they're a month old. And you can see when they're a month old, they already almost look like adult ducks. They obviously, they still have a little bit of down on them, but that's basically what they're going to look like. When they're fully grown, they're probably going to be only like maybe twice as heavy as they are there. But like, yeah, they grow really fast. Like these things grow insanely fast. Maybe not twice as heavy. Maybe that was an understatement. Maybe it'd be like 4 times as heavy. I'm not sure, but like, yeah, they grow big and then they like eventually they stop growing big. I don't know. Again, I've had a lot of chickens. I've had something like 50 chickens probably over 5 years. And as far as ducks go, I've only ever had, before these current ducks I have over there, I only had 4 ducks before, and I had to sell them because half of them were male, which was a bit of a problem. But yeah, the peacocks are definitely the the craziest little creatures. I'll go show you the peacocks in a moment now because I haven't showed the peacocks off before this. Fabs, the first time you saw one of my videos, you instantly subscribed. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy that people enjoy my stuff, and I'm happy I can make stuff that people want to watch more of. What else being said here? Damari, you want to subscribe? Thanks, Damari. Hello, Junior Johnson Green. How's Peanut doing? Peanut is doing really, really well right now. She's very happy because her babies are doing good, and that is the best thing. Because like I used to always get a bunch of angry comments on my videos of like, you know, playing with my Broody Peanut, where I'd like give her different sort of eggs and stuff like that. And the reason why I'd like give her table tennis balls and stuff like that to play with instead of letting her hatch eggs is because as like a chicken farmer, or as a hobby farmer who like has chickens and geese and everything like that, I'm responsible for like these creatures' lives. So like I can't just let them hatch eggs all the time, but like when I need to hatch eggs, I'm more than happy to. Whoop. Pepper jumped up on me. Here, Pepper, come on up. Pepper. Not you. You're not Pepper. Pepper wanted to jump up on me. I want my good Pepper to be able to. Come on. Oh. Pepper, come on. Peps, come on. Trying to square my shoulders. There we go. There's good Pepper. Pepper is one of my best old girls. She's still laying rubber eggs. She still is broken as ever. She is just such a strange chicken, and I absolutely love her. So yeah, it's good to hear she's still in very, very good health, which is lovely. Very good thing. Hello, Sarah, Jessica, greetings. Ow. A little bit behind on chat? No, I'm not behind chat. Actually, I'm very quite up to date with chat. But yes, these things are awesome. I will tell you, training your chickens to sit on your shoulders is really nice for friendly chickens, because when your chickens are used to sitting on your shoulders, they're used to hearing you talk, they're used to being by your face, they're used to you moving around underneath them, shaking around, so they're not going to be very scared of you. The only big problem with having chickens to sit on your shoulder like this, chickens are so smelly. Like, if you have chickens sitting on your shoulders, you will be very smelly. You will not, okay, time to get down, Pepper. Time to get down, Pepper. Time to get down, Pepper. There we go. Oh, you two, come on. Dang chickens. You know, I can only ask politely so many times, chickens, please get off me. I'm trying to, oh. Dang chickens, who are you? I don't even know your name. You're a white band on a common brown. I don't know which one that is. Hello, Goat Ronaldo, greetings. Sorry for being late. No need to be sorry about being late. That's the big thing about my live streams like this, is that like, these live streams are casual. People can join in when they feel like it, if they feel like it, join in for only as long as they want, which is, oh my goodness, dang chickens flying on me. Peacock, come on, Pea. I just want to throw some corn down for the peas, because the peas also really love corn. They just can't eat very much of it because they're scared of the chickens. The chicken, also, look how beautiful he is. That's my male there. He has all those beautiful white and green feathers, and he was just finally starting to grow in his train. The train is the really beautiful, like, peacock feathers. They're the stereotypical peacock feathers. He was just starting to grow those in, and I think the chickens plucked them out, which is so sad. He had like 3 of them, and then he has now none. But yeah, there you go. Throwing out. Okay. These dang chickens, because the leghorns pluck the feathers out of the other chickens, because they remove their feathers, quite a few of them look a bit indecent, so it's very hard trying to move my camera around to not show anything indecent. Dang chickens with your bald bums. Peacock, P-boy, Peabody, Indy. His name's Indy. Come on, Indy, eat the corn. Nope, he does not want to eat it. Runner, the other one's Runner. Wait, yay, Runner's eating right out of my hand. Oh, and then she got a little bit in her beak, and she's not sure what to do with it. Indy. Come on, Indy. It's kind of funny. Indy, oh, there we go. Indy, eating right out of my hand. Also, his neck, he has a bit of feathers missing from the back of his neck. That's because the chickens peck at him, which is just very sad. But yeah, look how beautiful those feathers are. He has those beautiful blue, teal, green feathers. And his head looks almost like it's made of jewels. He had a white head, and he's starting to lose those white feathers, and they're being replaced by those beautiful, beautiful green feathers. Okay, chicken, get down. Let me just zoom out my camera, and I'll just feed everyone. Corn, come on, corn, eat. There you go. That's enough of that. But yeah, the chickens are all doing really well right now. My last death from Merrick's disease was like about 2 weeks ago, so I'm still at a bit of risk for Merrick's, but most of the other chickens seem to be making be pretty much safe. So like, yeah, I think I'm not going to lose any more again for a while. Big problem with Merrick's disease in chickens is that it's something that can be triggered. It can sit dormant in the chickens until an environmental factor triggers them. So this winter, once all the I live in Canada, so it's beautiful and warm in the summertime, but in the winter it's so dang cold. In the wintertime, when they go inside, when it's colder, when they get more stress, that might cause some of them to get the Merrick's again. Hopefully not. I don't know. It's gonna be my first winter after getting Merrick, so like, I'm not sure if it'll be good for the chickens or not. Like, if the chickens will be good or not, but who knows? But like, yeah, that's why I'm hatching out so many geese this year. That's why I hatched out two of goose eggs, two of Echo's eggs for Peanuts, and two of Goo's eggs for Echo and Goo. But yeah, that's why I hatched out geese, and that's why I also bought ducks, is because they're immune to the chicken disease, and that's a really good thing. Yeah, and ducks cannot be affected by Merrick's. That's why I got it. The only animals that can catch Merrick's, or technically most animals can sort of catch it, or most birds could probably catch it because it's a bird disease, but it's specifically for turkeys and chickens. So turkeys can catch it and it doesn't hurt them at all, and chickens can catch it and it's quite bad. But so that means if you don't have turkeys and chickens, if you only have, like, say, peacocks or ducks or geese or whatever, they're basically immune. Oh, I just love this. Look at this. I'm just standing here, and then one of the chickens walks right up and sits by my feet, like, fully sitting down. Oh, and I startled her up. But yeah, I just love that with the chickens. When they're friendly with you, they'll sit at your feet and they'll just sit there, and they're just so happy to be near you. Fab's the chicken gal spamming hearts. Thanks for the hearts. They don't really do anything, but it's always good to see the sport in chat. Hello, USA Minecraft greetings. I'm your favorite YouTuber. Happy to hear it, man. I hope you're having a great day. Let me think. What was I doing so far? I've shown off the baby ducks. I've shown off the duckies. It's kind of funny. I call my chickens the chicks, and the chickens, the chooks, that sort of stuff. But with the ducks, I don't know why. I just call them the duckies. It sounds so stupid, but I like it. It's happy. I have the geese, the peas, the ducks, and the chickens. Oh, I gotta show you this. Peanut is on the other side of the fence. She is so cute. Let me just go right there. See, she's there grooming, because she was dust bathing, and now she's just eating and nibbling on her feathers, make sure they're all good. And right beside her is her little baby goslings doing the exact same thing. There's mom and her babies sitting side by side, just taking care of themselves. It's spa day, so since it's spa day, baby geese had a bath, the mothers had a dirt bath, and now they're all just nibbling on their feathers. They're so precious. I love these things so much. And again, I have been recording a bunch of videos with the chickens. I just have to edit them at some point, which is like trying to find time to do that when I'm busy doing other things, and also trying to find energy and focus, because doing shorts are the sort of things where I need to be feeling in a really good mood and have a lot of energy in order to actually edit, or else my shorts don't end up as good as I want them to be. And it's sort of like, I could settle for not making things that are as good quality, but then I don't feel good about it, you know? So it's like, that's a sort of, it's like the writer's block thing, is that if you wait until you're ready to do something, it'll never happen, but also it's hard to settle with something that isn't as good. I think, I was saying this in my Discord the other day, is that like, the best way to do something is just to throw caution to the wind, do it, and then do it, mess it up, and then you learn from it, and then you get better at it. Like, I think that's really what I have to start doing with my videos, is just put less energy into them and then just do them more. And then as I do them more, eventually I'll get better. I'll develop my skills so that I can do them as good as I was doing before, but with like way less effort, or not less effort, but less strain, less, you know, that sort of stuff. The chooks. Oh, USA Minecraft. No, the turkeys, Merrick's disease, the turkeys can't actually catch, they can catch Merrick's, but it doesn't affect them at all. I've also never had any turkeys though. Or are you talking to somebody else who had turkeys? Sarah Jessica, you said you hope the fowls are healthy in the future. Yeah, I hope they're all healthy too. They should probably be good. I think they'll probably be good, which is pretty good. Oh, Fabs, you have to go soon. Goodbye, Fabs. Have a good one. You can always catch the rest of the stream VOD later because I leave my stream VODs, which are the video on demand after the stream is done. I leave them up public for a little while, and then I'll private them eventually just because, like, I don't like to have too much completely unedited stuff like this around. But I'll leave them up for a while so people can enjoy watching them. But yeah, the peas are doing so good right now. All the other chickens are doing really good. Pepper is still being silly as ever. As I said, she's still laying rubber eggs. I'm pretty sure she laid one yesterday, but the last one I remember her having actually laid, where I saw like the burst rubber egg on the faces, was like a week ago. She's so silly. Like, oh, it's so sad. Out of all my old chickens, most of them don't lay eggs very frequently at all. Blackie is my large olive egger. She lays very rarely. And then I have ones like Ruby. I've never seen... Ruby used to lay a lot. I haven't seen her laying a lot in a while. Sushi, my salmon favorelle, the really cute one. I've never seen her lay an egg. And then Pepper, she still lays eggs like every few days, except they have no shells on them. Why? My best laying hen has no shells. But yeah, I'm sad that I had the Merricks, because if I didn't have Merricks, I wouldn't have bought ducks. I wouldn't have hatched my own geese this year. I would have hatched Pepper's eggs. That's what I would have done. If I didn't have the Merricks, I would have hatched the eggs of the chicken that lays rubber eggs, and that would have been so cool. But like, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that again in the future. The problem is with Merricks, it's like a 50% death rate for when you hatch your own babies. Hatch your own geese. It's a 50% rate that they don't survive, and that just feels wrong. Like, I don't want to have to do that. So like, if there's some way I could bump that number down so it's only like a 10% failure rate, I might try. But just 50% is, no, that's just too much. You say Minecraft. You say it's okay because Fabs has to go. That's okay. Odebek, do you chicken? I don't know what that means. You said, do you chicken? I have chickens. Like that right there. They're my pets. They're my best pets. And actually, no, I can't say that. I have dogs and cats. Chickens are much worse pets than dogs, but they are fun because you can get a whole bunch of them. You can only, like, normal people can only easily have like 1, 2, 3 dogs, maybe, you know, a few cats at most. Farmers will have like a dozen cats. Like one of my moderators, I think, Corn, he said he has like 30 cats because like a lot of them are barn cats because he has a huge farm and he takes really good care of them all. But like, yeah, those things are not like proper pets. But like chickens, any old person, you, me, anybody, even if you live in like a country or like a suburban area or urban area where you have like the really tiny houses, you can still get a bunch of chickens. It's so nice. You can get all the chickens in the world, all the different breeds and colors, as easy as can be. And there's the goose. And there, right there, are the little babies. Oh, the big dads. Yeah, so that's the dad. That's the mom. That's the other mom. Yeah, my family was joking to me the other day that this is the modern goose family. It's the modern goose family where you have the two mothers, the dad and the two moms with their little babies that they're raising as a unit. It's funny. They're such silly creatures. But yeah, I'm really hoping, because that's Echo there. See how she has all the raggedy feathers? She looks like a little mop. That's because that's her breed. She's a Sebastopol, so she's the mop. I'm really hoping that Peanut's babies get the same mop trait that Echo has, because they're her babies, so they should. I'm just not sure, like, I'm not sure if the mop thing that Echo has, whether it's like, because like it's all about like genes and stuff, is that like, even though she's a mop, it doesn't necessarily mean her babies will be mop. It's kind of like a bit strange. You go say Minecraft, you say the chickens calm down. Oh yeah, that's the rooster you can hear screaming right now. He loves to scream his throat out because the rooster screams his throat out because then when he makes his call, the chickens can hear it, and it's sort of like a beacon. He says, I'm here, this is home base, everyone come back here. He just likes to call them in together so they're all quite safe. You have to go now. Bye, Fabs, have a good one. And Odebek, the chickens are beautiful. Thanks, man, I really appreciate it. I really like my chickens. I think they're I'm really happy with how they're going. They're not as pretty as other people's chickens. Like, I have friends who have chickens where they don't have a rooster, so the rooster doesn't like jump on their back and damage them, and they have like a really beautiful grass lot. My lot, you can see here, there is actually grass on the ground, but the chickens, just because of the number of chickens I have, they've eaten almost all the grass, and then in a lot of areas they, you know, scrape the ground up so much they actually kill the grass and there's nothing. But if you look there closely, you can see that's a little bit of green. There is still a little bit of grass there. There's not much grass, but yeah, like, I have friends who have no rooster. They have a huge like run for their chickens. I have a very nice sized run, but it's not like, it's big enough that they have plenty of space to go around, but it's not big enough for the grass to not get killed. In order for the grass not to get killed by your chickens, you need a massive run, or to have less chickens, obviously. That works too, but I also live in a really dry area. My friends who have like the prettiest chickens, they live in an area where it's wetter, so they don't have to worry about like where I live. Honestly, if I had more rainfall, if I lived on, like, I live on a bit of a slope. You can see my camera's level here. You can see how the top there is at an angle there. So yeah, I live in a bit of a slope. If I lived on flat ground, I'd probably have twice as much grass. But yeah, these baby geese here, Echo's baby geese, baby geese, I want to feed them specialized baby goose food, but they won't eat it. They actually won't eat specialized baby geese feed, because when I put out the specialized baby goose feed, the chickens here, they come in and try to eat it all, and then it leaves nothing for the babies. So what the babies are eating is, this is the food. When the chickens eat the food here, you can see they sort of kick it out. So that's what happens when the chickens eat the food, they kick it out, and then we get this like really high quality grain. And this stuff is a complete nutrients. It's grain mixed with concentrated feed, all that sort of stuff, to make sure it's at like, it's everything the baby chickens need to grow. It's everything these girls need to grow. But ducks, geese and ducks need one other nutrient that you don't get in chicken feed. They need something called niacin. Niacin is found in yeast and like nutritional yeast. It's found in meat and stuff like that. And so duck feed, a baby duck starter and grower, has this niacin in. And because Echo's babies, Goo and Echo's babies, because they're just eating this random like ground stuff, because I tried giving them their own food, they wouldn't eat it. The baby ducks, the baby geese live with the chickens, so they have to eat chicken feed, have to drink the chicken water that I refill like every few days. And I see them eating the grass, so they should hopefully be fine. But what I have been doing to try to get them to eat more of that nutrients they need is at nighttime, when I put the chickens away, I'll put out a bunch of the duck feed out here, so that way they can hopefully eat it in the morning before I let out the chickens again, you know, in the next morning. I don't know. And dang chickens, I don't even have any corn to offer, and yet she jumps on my back anyway. Hello, girl. Do not peck. Do not. I can see the way she's looking at me. She wants to peck my teeth. She wants to eat my teeth. I know I have those nice pearly whites. You can't have them. They're mine. Look at this. Wow. Oh, braces. I have braces, and they're cutting up the inside of my lip. Those things hurt so much. But yeah, MP, the chickens, they're funny. They always eat everything. They're really, really silly little things. Hello, Cree girl. Greetings. What else is happening here? Dear. Yeah, I like doing these live streams. They're fun. They're good to do. I just wish I was a little bit more balanced with how to, like, what to say, what to do to keep people more engaged. Because I find with these streams, generally at the very start of the stream, there's a huge amount of people. Hello, Elvis, pagan, greetings. Oh, I actually have a chicken named Elvis. Where is he? Oh, he's right here. That right there is my chicken named Elvis, and he's named Elvis because look at that beautiful head he has. It's a hen, but it looks like a rooster, and that's like a roosterish. I think he's a silver-laced Polish. Yeah, he's a silver-laced Polish, except he has like a really weird hairdo, and he has gigantic spurs. He's only 1 year old. He's a really young hen. He lays eggs almost every single day, and yet his spurs are about that long. Like they're about as long as my like fully grown rooster's spurs. Hey, can you show me your spurs, Matt? Yeah, there you go. You see those? Those are spurs. Those things are dangerous. Look how sharp they are. And like that's just a hen. It's just so funny. Some breeds of hens have like no spurs their entire lives. Most of my hens actually don't have spurs. Like breeds like Leghorns have been bred to be really good, like really good farm breeds who have like really good eggs, or ones like Rhode Island Reds who've been bred to have a lot of meat and eggs. You know, really good balanced layer, like hybrid hybrid eggs meat birds. Those birds have been bred to not have spurs at all, but a lot of the really special, rare heritage breed birds do have spurs because in the wild, every single chicken would have a spur. The males, the females, the old ones, the young ones, they'd all have spurs. So in the modern day, chickens not having spurs is just they've been bred like that, which is pretty cool. Hello, Donna Bresia, greetings. So Donna Bresia says hello. Cree Girl says hi. Elvis Pagan said hello earlier, I think. I don't know, I think those people talk to each other. But yes, hello Donna, greetings. Let me think, what else can I do? Oh yeah, Lulu was asking about the Houdini here earlier. Yeah, you can see his back feathers there. That's just down because the chickens have plucked, the leghorns have plucked out all his other feathers. As you can see on his neck feathers, he has just a little bit of that brown left, but like basically all those are like broken ends. So basically, yeah, like all his ends are broken off his feathers. So he's a bit raggedy, but there's not much I can do with that. Chicken's on my chair. I gotta say, chicken, come on, get off. There you go. Thank you very much, girl. And I think, let me think what else needs to be done. Before I end the stream, I am going to go over and pick up those 2 baby geese one more time. It's just I have been picking them up sooner just because every time I go near them, they run away, and then the adult geese get very upset at me, and I don't want to have to, like, I don't want to upset the geese more than I need to, because picking up baby birds is really important to make sure they're friendly. If you pick up your baby, I need a chicken on my shoulder. It's not, it's not engaging enough like this. Whoop. You sit there. Thank you. This is Speckles. Speckles is a really good girl. I like her because she sits with her toes hanging out like this. Most chickens cover their toes to keep them warm. Speckles just has her toes dangling out the end like that. So she looks so silly, so whimsical. No, please don't leave. Please sit there. Oh, there you go. She's touched down again. She is staying right there. Perfect. Hello, Franny. You said hello earlier. Greetings. But yeah, if anyone's been watching so far and has been enjoying, please do subscribe. I do these streams periodically, and I'd like to see you around here again sometime. And if you've been watching in chat and been enjoying so far, please do say hi. I think there's a little button there. If you want, you can just click that and I'll say hello and read your name out. Oh my goodness, the peacocks are doing something funny now. The little peas are, oh no. Oh, I guess we're gonna go for a ride, chicken. Come with me, I just gotta, oh, there we go. Right there, look at that. He's doing a little display. He has his little butt fluffed up, and oh, look at him, he's shaking. He's right in front of his girl, and he's just trying to do a display. He's trying to tell her, oh, look at my beautiful tail feathers. Here, let me trying to get into a direction so I don't look straight at his butt. Yeah, there you go. His girl's right standing there. My goodness, he's trying to move. Come on, boy, move. There you go. Let me see your face. Be a little bit less obscene, pea boy. But yeah, that right there, that's Indy. Look at him. He just fluffs up his tail like that, and he's not going to reach breeding age for like another 1.5 years. So he's not old enough to breed right now. He's just practicing out his technique. He's going up to his girl here and shaking his tail feathers, saying, "Oh, look at me, I'm such a pretty guy." I like that guy. He's so funny. Hello, Beverly Munns. Greeting. Hello, it's good to have you. Oh my goodness, all the ducks are in the pond again. I just gotta go back to the duck pond again. I just gotta zoom in so I can say, ducks, where are the ducks? There they are. Look at those things. Slurping, slurping, slurping. All the ducks have gone in the pond, except for those 2 baby geese, which are Peanut. So Peanut and her babies are over there, but the rest of the girls right there in their pond, slurping away. I love these things. They're so pretty. Oh, flopping in right like that. Yeah, the camera's a bit shaky, so I'm going to put my phone back in the tripod. I have one more tiny thing of corn, so I'll probably just feed that to the chickens. And then I'm not sure what to do after that. I think after that, I might just... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I'm going to feed them the last thing of corn, and then I'm going to go pick up the baby geese again. Goose baby geese. We're thinking because the baby geese that Echo, because we have 2 baby geese that Echo was incubating the whole time that have just hatched now. So we were thinking we'd call one of them Revy because like we have Echo, and we were thinking, because all our names are related. So Echo, we're going to say Echo, baby Reverb, Echo and Reverb, and we call the baby Revy because Reverb is a bad name. So it's all about names. You got to find names, you got to find nicknames. You just got to get things that sound good enough. They don't have to be perfect. Come on, chickies, I have the corn here, come on. Jump up, I'll feed you. Don't try to knock over my tripod, you dang chicken. No respect with these birds, I tell you. No respect with these birds. Donnie, say good luck. They always show their good side. Yeah. Good luck to the Peacocks. I hope they can. I hope he can be a good guy and be pretty and everything like that. Oh, here comes Pepper again. She's smacking up all the chickens. Very, very good. Let me try to put down my water. Ow. So hard. Like, this really is a workout. Having a bunch of chickens on the shoulder, trying to lift them up and down. Very, very hard. Beverly, what good breeds of chickens do I have? Do I have any more baby chickens? I don't have any more baby chickens right now because they caught a disease that makes it so the adults are not at a very high risk from the disease, but babies are at quite a bit of a risk from the disease. It tends to make them quite sick and can cause like nerve damage. So I am not getting any more baby chickens, and I'll probably never be able to get any more baby chickens again after this moment, which is very sad, but just sort of how it works out. So that's why I have the baby ducks and the baby geese and everything. But as far as really good breeds, best breed I can recommend, don't get white leghorns. White leghorns are incredibly aggressive, they're incredibly violent, but they're also incredibly friendly. If you're an experienced chicken keeper and you want a chicken that will sit on your shoulder and will be the most friendly chicken you've ever got, you can get a white leghorn. But if you're new to chicken keeping, I don't recommend them just because they're really intense is probably a good way to put it. They're really intense. They're the most aggressive chickens, but they're also the most friendliest. They have the capability to be both. They're the most, they're just the most intense. Best chicken to start with, this girl right here, not this one. This one's really defective. Best chicken breed to start with, I recommend Americanas. Americanas, they lay not Americanas, sorry, Easter eggers. Easter eggers are all sorts of different colors. They have all sorts of unique colors, patterns, looks. They're all different. They're all special, and they lay different colored eggs. Each bird will only lay a single egg, but Easter eggers will lay. Like, each individual bird will only lay single eggs. Like, Pepper she used to lay blue eggs before she stopped laying eggs properly, before she had her issues. But, like, some of them will lay blue, some will lay green, some will lay, like, brown, some will lay white. They lay all different colors. But, yeah, here, sorry, you got to get in there. We just got to get some good corn for all the girls to drink because they've been very good. And they've been quite patient. They haven't tried to attack me that much during this stream, so that's very good. Beverly, you have baby Easter eggers. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, Easter eggers are my favorite breeds because they're the perfect mix between beautiful colors, beautiful eggs, good personality. Because as I said, white leghorns are really good. If you're an experienced chicken keeper, they're definitely a good thing to experiment with, but I wouldn't recommend them as starter birds. One of the best starter birds for if anyone's wanting to start with chickens isn't sure where to start, is to get silkies. Silkies they're really tiny chickens, so they're really tiny, they're really tiny, they're really fluffy, and they're really friendly. Silkies are some of the most relaxed, friendliest breeds you can possibly find, and they're really good with children, they're really good with other animals, as long as if you have like a cat that is like a rag doll or something that's really friendly among other animals, it'll do perfectly fine around silkies. Like the silkies will do good around your other animals if your other animals aren't aggressive to your silkies. I'd never recommend putting a cat or a dog with your chickens unguarded because that is asking for disaster. But yeah, you have Easter eggers, and so yeah, silkies are good to start with. Easter eggers are good to start with. Other ones, like really, like with chickens, I recommend, like if you just want a bunch of chickens, a really good thing to do is just buy, like, go to like a catalog of like the local chicken people, find whichever chickens you're interested in, and just buy like 2 of each, and then keep the friendliest one, sell the other one. Like really, that's what I did. All my chickens I have right now are either ones that I got secondhand from like friends when friends were needing to rehome their chickens, so I'd buy them, or ones like these leghorns, common browns. They're just ones I got from from a hatchery. Another good starter breed for chickens for people that the ducks are in the pond and Peanut's coming over and it doesn't like them. She thinks they're in the way, so she's trying to chase them away so her babies can drink. She's not aggressive towards them, but she likes to be defensive. Peanut's such a good mom. But yeah, Another good starter chicken, which I personally wouldn't recommend for people. If you want chickens as like pets, if you want chickens with any sort of personality, I wouldn't recommend having Rhode Island Reds. Rhode Island Reds are really good starter chickens. They have really good, they lay eggs really well. They have decent amount of meat. I don't eat any of my birds, but they have good eggs, good meat. And they're also really mild-mannered. Rhode Island Reds, they barely peck, they barely make noise. They're like, they're very quiet. I don't know, they're just really simple, low-maintenance chickens. But I like chickens with personality. That's why I like the white leghorns so much, because as I said, they're really intense. They have so much personality. They're so, such a pain to work with. But yeah, these things, really intense. Rhode Island Reds, the Rhode Island Reds basically never go near me. They just sort of mind their own business. Barred Rocks have a little bit more personality than the chickens do, but Barred Rock chickens have more personality than the Rhode Island Reds do, but Barred Rocks and Rhode Island Reds are still both on the very more mild end. Easter eggers, I find, have a good amount of personality without being too intense. Silkies are nice and friendly. Basically, really, just any, like, variety is the biggest thing I recommend with chickens. It's just, like, Leghorns are cool, but I have 4 Leghorns. 4 Leghorns is way too much because they're just, as I said, they're very intense. So, like, yeah, if you want birds, just get variety. It's always good fun. Just have a bunch of variety, and then you can figure out for yourself which ones are best for you, because it really depends on what you want to do. Dawn, are Easter eggers one of your favorites, and their eggs are the best? Silkies are cute, but they're not the brightest hens. Oh no, yeah, silkies are so, like, they're quite dumb, but like they're very charming. Like they're dumb, but they're so small and fluffy, and they're so friendly that they can get away with it. The biggest thing with silkies, if you're somewhere that has predators, if predators are a risk where you live, don't get silkies. They are just sitting ducks when it comes to predators. Like if you have predators and you want something that can defend themselves, Leghorns are a defensive breed. Barred Rocks and Rhode Island Reds are decently tolerant. Rhode Island Reds are apparently really cold resistant. White Leghorns like this are a very bad breed for cold climates because they have gigantic combs. You can see, look, oh, stay here. They have these giant, look how big these things are. These combs, a hen has a white leghorn hen has a comb almost as large as a rooster. So that means in wintertime, when it gets really cold, they have this large, thin comb. These things get frostbitten so easily. So yeah, you definitely got to watch out with those. Hey, chicken, got all the chickens here. Beverly, what breeds do we have? I just have all the breeds. I just have, as I said, variety. I have white leghorns, common browns. This one's just a hatchery brown. It's just like the hatchery specialty. Then I have Rhode Island Reds, Barred Rocks. What other ones do I have? I have one Easter egger. My rooster is a... Oh, what? Oh. Something's happening. There's a disturbance happening. Oh, no, I see what's happening. Yeah, Peanut and her babies are up against the fence screaming at Goo and her babies. They're having a little screaming match back and forth. I think there's a, I think they are doing, oops. I think they are a bit annoyed at, oh, I just go up there. Yeah, so you can see there's Peanut and her babies on that side of the fence, and Peanut's babies are hissing at Echo. It's Echo and there's Goo, and where's their, yep, there's that little, there's Goo and Echo's babies on the ground, 2 big geese, and then Peanut and her babies on the other side. I think they don't know. It's kind of fun. I guess like Peanut's babies are probably quite confused because Peanut's a chicken. So you get a chicken, give her some baby geese. And then the baby geese with the chicken see a goose with baby geese. And they're like, wait, is my mom a goose or a chicken? They get quite confused. What else is being said in chat? I fell a little bit behind, but that's okay. I will just catch up. There isn't that much, so I'll just read it all. Don, if you mix white leghorns and Easter eggers, you get very good mousing chickens. Oh, that's very interesting, yeah. Thankfully, I don't have a big mouse problem, but oh, also another thing. For micing, peacocks are apparently really good mousers because chickens are omnivores. They eat a lot of plants. They'll sometimes eat meat, but they don't really go out of their way for it. Peacocks are hunters. If peacocks see a mouse, they will eat it. They are quite aggressive, and that's the reason why I had to separate them from my baby ducks, is because they would be at the fence, puffing up against the fence, looking at those baby ducks like they want to attack them. But once the ducks are big enough, once the ducks are a certain size, like if a baby bird has a mother to protect it, the peacocks won't attack it, or if it's in the other run, they're safe, and once it's big enough, the peacocks will ignore it. But like for mice, peacocks, apparently really good mousers. Easter eggers are called Easter eggers because the breed itself only lays a single color of egg, but it's a crossbreed. So if you breed a Americana chicken that lays green eggs with a regular chicken that lays any other color of eggs, just two breeds together with two separate egg colors, the babies that can come out of it can lay one of like 6 different colors. So basically, it's like it gives you way more color in your eggs because the genes are a little bit weird on these birds. That's why they're called Easter eggers. They're really cool. PB&J, cookies or cinnamon rolls. Cookies are nice. I like cookies. Oh, Donna, yeah, Buff Orpingtons are amazing. I've heard so much good stuff about Buff Orpingtons. I've heard that's another good one. Probably Buff Orpingtons are up there with Americanas as far as what people say about them. People tend to say they're super friendly, but they're also really big breeds. They're strong, they're not aggressive, and they're also really good egg layers too. They're friendly. So yeah, like definitely. I was wanting to actually buy some Buff Orpingtons this spring, and then my chickens got sick, so I couldn't do it. But like, if it wasn't for my chickens getting sick, I would have had Buff Orpingtons. I would have bought some other birds, like a bunch more Americanas. Hopefully some of them would actually lay eggs these times instead of my current Americana, which doesn't. But that's okay, not really much I can do. I got Ronaldo, you say you have Rhode Island Reds, but they are louder than your rooster, and they peck your younger chicks. Oh yeah, all chickens will do that. Chickens, whether it's a really like a calm breed or a really aggressive breed, that's just like the chicken instincts is to peck a lot. So like even if you have silkies, like the friendliest birds, an old silkie will still peck at the young ones. That's why when you have young chickens, you either need to have as I said, you either need a mother hen to protect them, or they need to be separated from the other ones until they're older. Like keep them in a separate run or a separate, like, you know, put a wall in your chicken coop to separate them, because you definitely don't want the babies getting attacked. Yeah, Dawn, exactly. They lay different colored eggs, blue, green, pink, all that sort of stuff. Just, yeah, it's like biggest thing with Easter eggers is that if you look online, it'll tell you an Easter egger chicken is a chicken that can lay one of multiple colored eggs, but that's only one per bird. It won't lay a green egg one day and a blue egg the next. It will only lay one color for its entire life, but all the babies, like all the Easter egg siblings, all the siblings will lay different colors from one another. So that's like the biggest thing. OMP, mousers are the ones that eat, mousers are the birds that eat mice. So it's like instead of having a cat on your farm to eat the mice, you could have chickens that eat the mice too. Just because you don't want mice in your chicken coop. They can spread disease, they eat all out of the feed, and they can bite holes and things. And also, mice can injure your chickens. If you have mice in your chicken coop, they can bite your chickens, and that can cause your chickens to get seriously injured and can, even end up killing them. So you gotta be really careful. Dragon, who's the biggest chicken except Houdini? That would be, oh, still too zoomed in. That would be Blackie right here. Previously, it was Violet. Violet used to be my biggest chicken, but Violet passed away just 2 weeks ago. Rest in peace. I think it was Merrick's probably. That means Blackie is now my largest chicken, because Blackie is a really large, who knows what it is. It's just like, she's just like a mutt chicken. She's just a bunch of random nonsense. And she's my largest chicken except Houdini. And then after her would probably be Pepper and then Sushi. Because like the white leghorns are very small birds generally. Rhode Island Reds aren't that big. They're big enough. I think my biggest chickens, actually, no. That's like Blackie is probably the biggest as far as like fluff goes. But as far as actual size goes, honestly, I think the Rhode Island Reds, no, the Browns, the Hatchery Browns are really, really fat. They're not very big as far as like length goes or something like that. They're not very fluffy, but they're very fat. They're very heavy birds. So I'll go pick up one of those and check. It's either them or it was the Rhode Island Reds. I'm not sure quite which one it is. Let me just go here and say chicken. Oh yeah, Rhode Island Red like that. This thing is fat. These are fat chickens. Like not like a meat chicken, like pure meat chickens levels of fat, like functionally fat, like large, but not like unhealthy. But yeah, this is my Rhode Island Reds. You can see how like mild-mannered they are. I can just hold them like this. Also, the feathers missing on the back, that's because the leghorns. The white leghorns are, as I said, they're very intense, and they're also they can be quite aggressive, and they pluck all my other chickens because they're just rude. Hello again, hi, greetings, hi. You caught me just at the end of the stream. I'm not leaving yet. I'm just gonna go pick up the baby geese one more time. I'm just relaxing and I'm running out of things to do. But hello, hi, it's good to have you here. It's exactly PB&J, the unbothered queen. Donna, your Brahmas are your biggest girls. Oh yeah, Brahmas are really cute. My smallest chicken is Peanut. She's a Bantam Cochin She's a Bantam Moran Cochin, I think. I think that's what she is, Bantam Moran Cochin. And so basically the Cochin means she has tiny little feathery feet. She has really small feathered feet. And the Bantam just means she's really, really tiny. I remember when she had Silkies after like 5 months. Before, like Silkies, they were as big as her after like 5 months. So she's just so tiny, and that's why it's so cute that she was hatching geese, because she had these giant geese underneath her, which even right now, the geese are as large as Peanut is. Like her baby geese, after like 2 and a bit weeks, are as large as she is. She is, like, it's crazy. D, you say, what do they eat? The chickens eat, I custom grind them feed. So inside of my feeder here, let me just crack this open. Yeah, feel free to ask more questions in chat. I'm just relaxing. I've been enjoying the stream since I had my time off and have gone on, like, since I had my break from streaming and I'm now back just doing it like once a week or whatever. It feels much nicer. But yeah, so this is what they eat. It's a custom mixture between oyster shells for calcium, grain for the material, for the bulk of their nutrients, and then a concentrated feed I buy from the animal supply store, and that gives them all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients, protein, everything they need to survive is just in the feed there. And this is nearly empty. But what happens is, because they spill a whole bunch on the ground, like you can see down here, look at all this feed down here. They spill all this on the ground because I grind it and it's a powder. They used to eat pellets. They now eat this powder. So they spill on the ground. So once this runs out, it's not out yet. It'll run out probably in like an hour or something. They'll drain it completely. I leave that empty for like, you know, maybe like another 4 or 5 hours after that, just because that allows the chickens to then clean up all the stuff off the ground, because the stuff on the ground will attract mice, because like, just look at that, just so much food on the ground. They just make such a mess, like absolute mess with these chickens. But yeah, I'll just let that run out so they clean up the stuff off the ground. But it's pretty good. Oh, the geese are coming towards me now. I was wanting to pick up the baby geese, and now I have the choice. Now I have the option. Baby goose. Yay! I got the little baby. Oh, you gotta be very careful with how you hold these things. I hold it upright like that is fine. You can hold them upright. You can hold them flat. Flat is probably more pleasant for. They probably prefer to be held flat. You can hold them upright too. Just whatever you do, don't hold them upside down and don't squeeze them. Be very, very gentle on these things. Treat them like you would treat a baby chicken. Like they might be a goose. They're still as delicate as anything. So I'll go put my phone back in my tripod. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't have my tripod ready. I will not tripod my phone. But yeah, these little baby, this is what the little baby goose looks like. This is what they look like after like 2 days, basically. They're so tiny. They're still a little chirpy, but they're so healthy. Like they are just like incredibly healthy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy they managed to hatch like this. And then you can put them down, hold them. And the main reason why she's chirping so much is just because she doesn't like being held by me, because she doesn't like, it's not that she's like in any pain or anything like that. She just doesn't like being held because she's upset that she's taken away from her mother. I just want to hold her and say, yeah, that's a little tiny baby chicken. Okay, or a little baby goose, sorry. Goose, here's your little baby back. And look at that, just so happy to return to mother. And then that's the big male goose to hiss at me, make sure he's seen. He makes sure I can wait. Oh yeah, and then you can see the babies. They eat they're not big enough to get the feeder yet, so they just eat all the food that's on the ground. They'll just go by, eat that. So after stream today, I'm going to get some nutritional yeast and throw it down all over the ground, because the only nutrients they miss in this feed, the only nutrients they can't get out of that feed that they need is niacin, and they get that from nutritional yeast. So I'm just going to throw down some nutritional yeast, and hopefully that will be good enough for them. Let me think, what else do I need to do now? Oh yeah, also yeah, so later today, after stream, I'm going to throw down some nutritional yeast, which is not the same as baking yeast. It's not active yeast. It's what's left over from yeast fermentation. So it's like the byproduct you get from like making alcohol, I think. So you just get this like inactive, completely desiccated, not functional yeast at all. You throw this down on the ground, and that gives them the nutrients they need. I'll do that, and then I'll also fill up the goose pond, and then I'll put the 2 little babies in it, because I want to see goo in the pond with the 2 little babies on either side. That'll just be so adorable. What's being said now? Yeah, little baby geese. I got the little baby geese. They're so cute. Yeah, you said what do they eat? Yeah, that was the answer. They eat that sort of food. And the baby ducks, like Peanut and her two baby geese, and the two baby ducks I have separated my separate run, my isolation run, which is now becoming the goose run, or will eventually become the goose run. They eat a specially formulated baby goose feed, which is much higher in, which has a huge amount of niacin in it. So they will be really good. It's just like Goo and Echo's babies I have to worry about, which is, yeah, not really much I can do about them other than trying to help supplement their feed. F. Villia, F. Villalia, Villela, F. Villela. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I'm completely butchering it. Oh, hey, look, a chicken's come to join me. Hello, chicken, little bald neck girl, looking like a turkey. Oh my goodness, she looks like a turkey neck because the other chickens have plucked out all her neck feathers. Come on, get your head back on camera. What did he say? Oh yeah, he said, how many chickens would I recommend for someone that's just barely starting keeping chickens? It depends entirely upon what you want. If you're keeping chickens for meat, you'll need a lot of them so that you can have like enough to like eat or whatever. If you're like me and you just keep them as pets, if you're just keeping them as pets, you don't need that many. Just as pets, you can keep like 3-4 chickens. Like you really don't need that many. But if you're keeping them for eggs, I recommend maybe, like, how many eggs a day do you and your family eat? Like if you eat like a dozen eggs a day, you'll need more than a dozen chickens, because chickens lay eggs around every day when they're younger, but then as they get older, they slow down. So if you eat 12 eggs a day and you want to get 12 eggs from your backyard chickens, you'll need like 18 chickens to get enough eggs. Some days you'll get way more than you need. Some days you'll get way less. As they get older, you'll get less and less eggs. So it's like, I don't know, like, depends entirely upon what you want. But like, yeah, if you're just pets, really any number of chickens is good. It's just how much space do you have, because you don't want to overcrowd them. And it's also about like what sort of coop do you have. Like if you have a big chicken coop, like if you have a large garden shed, you could easily keep like 10-20 chickens in a large garden shed. But if you have one of those tiny chicken coops you can buy like whenever you search for tiny chicken coop online, you get to see like the sort of doghouse sized chicken coops. In those, I'd recommend no more than about 6 chickens. The biggest thing for keeping chickens is always get at least 2. At least 2 chickens. Chickens are social animals. If they are ever alone, they will get really sad. So at least 2 chickens is the minimum, absolute minimum. But I recommend 3 is a good amount to start with if you want to go small, or if you want to go bigger, like if you have the space for it, I recommend like between 6 to 10 is probably a really good starting amount. Just like when you first start having chickens, within the first year or two, you will probably have a few of your birds end up dying from things like preventable things like new parasites that you didn't know about, no chickens could have, or different diseases or egg issues or like foot mites or whatever. So it's like within your first year or two, you probably will have some sort of issues, but like after, like once you've had chickens for a year or two, you will probably know enough that you'll never have another accidental death from the common things. Like you'll still have risks of things like the avian flu or Merrick's or stuff like that. But like after you've had chickens for a while, yeah, you'll be much better. Donna, you said your smallest bird is called Tyrus. He is a Miller Lefleur Ducal. I cannot pronounce that, I'm afraid, but that sounds very funny. Oh, there goes a chicken sitting on my boot. It's gone again. Yes, D, I keep all of them as pets. My geese are pets, my ducks are pets, my chickens are pets. I never eat any of them, even if they're like old or sick or they like have to be euthanized. I have not euthanized one in a long time. It was really sad, but like I never eat any of them. They're just pets and they lay eggs. So it's like, what I always say with my chickens is they're pets first, eggs second. Like they are not like meant for eggs, because like one of my favorite, like I have a rooster not good for eggs. He doesn't lay eggs. He makes the hens happy. The hens like having a rooster around. He helps prevent fights a little bit, but yeah, not for eggs. Most of my old chickens don't lay eggs anymore. As I said earlier, Pepper, one of my best hens, Pepper, she's a Easter egger, except she only lays rubber eggs because she has a defective shell gland. For the last 5 years, all the other chickens have been laying such great solid shelled eggs, and Pepper, rubber eggs like every night. She lays them randomly. Sometimes she'll lay them at 3 a.m. Sometimes she'll lay them at like 2 p.m. Like randomly throughout the day, every 1, 2, 3 days, she'll just randomly pop out a rubber egg. Yeah, she is a very dysfunctional chicken. So yeah, they are definitely pets for me. What else is happening here? MP player, yes, why are they swimming? When I was holding the goose earlier and it was kicking its feet, that's just because when a bird isn't happy, it likes to kick its feet to try to get free. And so the goose just kicking its feet like that was it saying, let me go, let me go. So that's why I put it down after a while, put it back down on the ground after a while, because like it's very important to hold geese. It might seem a little bit, or hold baby birds, it might seem a little bit mean to say, oh, the baby bird doesn't want to be held, why are you holding it? But I need them to be friendly. And if I don't hold them now while they're young, then when they grow older, they'll be scared of me and they'll be aggressive. But if I hold them while they're young, then they grow older, they might not like me. Like picking them up and holding them when they say, I don't want to be held, that's not how to get a bird to like you, but that's how to get a bird to tolerate you. Like how you get a bird to like you is by feeding it treats, being kind, like being friendly to it, and not being like, not picking on, not stressing it is how you get a bird to like you. But just to get like, a bird will not like you if it's like, doesn't even, a bird will not like you, a bird will not have a chance of liking you if it's not even like comfortable around you. So that's why I pick them up, it's just so they can become comfortable. I'll make them comfortable now, they'll like me later. Uh, Adana, you say oyster shells should be separated for laying hens to prevent them from getting egg bound. Give them black sunflower seed oil. I feed them black sunflower seeds, as I just throw those on the ground as a scratch for them to eat. And the big reason why I put the oyster shells in with the chicken feed is because if I didn't, they don't eat them, because my chickens are really spoiled. I feed them a really high quality feed. So when I put oyster shells on the side, they don't touch them at all, because I have nice sand here. Where I live, the ground is like a sandy clay soil. This is really good dust bathing soil. So they dust bathe in this. They eat this all the time for grit and stuff like that. So like this, when they want a little bit of grit in their digestive tract to like grind up their food, they eat the ground. They do not eat oyster shells on the sides. That's why I mix it in there, because there are all these best practices where you can say it's better to do it this way than that way, but I personally believe like the minimum viable like situation is probably the best thing to start out with. Like mixing oyster shells in with the food isn't perfect, but it's better than them not eating oyster shells. Like the other thing is geese. Geese are supposed to eat special goose food, but because all my geese and chickens live together, for the longest time I only had 3 geese, and when I only have 3 geese and like 20-something, 25-ish chickens, I can't afford to have separate goose food because they all live in the same house. If I had separate goose food, the chickens would eat it all. So I just like sometimes give the geese like extra nutrients on the side, supplement them or whatever. But now that I have a whole bunch of ducks and I have 2 separate runs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to custom mix 2 different feeds. I'm going to have 2 different barrels of cracked feed. One which will be regular chicken feed, one will be feed with supplement with the niacin the geese need. And the other thing is that I'm going to look it up, see if I can find a good source of niacin supplements other than yeast. And if I can find a good source of niacin supplements and it's something that's safe for chickens in large amounts, I'll mix it all together and just feed them one feed that is like duck and chicken suitable, because like I really don't want to have more than one feed, because my ducks and my chickens live together, and if I have multiple feeds, they will eat each other's feed all the time. So that means it's next to impossible for me to have 2 different feeds to feed them. What else is here? I don't know. For some reason, the chat keeps going up. I'm trying to scroll. I'm trying to scroll down to get the newer messages. It keeps going up to the old ones. I have to scroll through all of them again. Okay, Goat Ronaldo had to leave. Bye, Goat. Hello again, Pet World. Greetings. D, you want ducks, but you have a cat that lives in your yard. What do? Biggest thing is that cats are incredibly dangerous to ducks and chickens and everything like that. Even cats, forgive my hair that's this side that's going out in the random angle. It's just the wind's blowing that direction. My hair flows that direction, but the wind's going opposite to the way I put my hair. So I can put it down and then the wind blows up again. But yeah, cats and chickens and ducks and everything should not be mixed together. Cats are born and bred predators. They are designed to eat animals, including birds. Cats love eating birds, so I would not put my ducks anywhere where a cat could be them. So you have 2 options. You can either make a specialized walled run for your ducks where you put like walls up and a roof to keep the cats out. That's one option. Or the other option is you get birds that are more cat resistant, things like geese. Like small ducks are very at risk from cats, but if you get a goose and a couple ducks, they'll basically be safe from cats. So it depends, how often does a cat stay in your yard? Does it spend a lot of time in your yard? Because if it's only there rarely. If it's like a wildcat that comes by, you'll probably be safe. But if it's like, if it lives in your yard and is in your yard all day every day, I wouldn't really, like, I think you can do it, you just definitely need to take a lot of precautions. The biggest thing is that when they're babies, whenever they're babies, they should be inside your run. So if you have a coop for them, or if you have like a coop, or you're keeping them in your garage or something until they're older, when they're babies, they should stay inside most of the time when you're not watching them. When you're watching them, when you go outside, you can let them out, play in the grass and everything like that. But when you're done playing with them, they should go back inside again to be safe, because cats will eat a baby bird. They are, like, again, they're predators, so you always gotta be very careful. Donna, you used to have 4 and then you went all the way up to 150 and now you're back down to 75 chickens math. Yeah, chicken math is very, very dangerous. You get way too many. I used to have like 10 chickens, which were all chickens I got from friends and everything like that. And then I went to a hatchery and I bought 30 chickens. I kept half of them, sold the other half once they were adults. And then this spring, I was planning on buying like another 50 chickens of like 30 different unique breeds, so I could keep one of each and then sell all the rest. And then that was like such a good plan. I was like, oh yeah, I can buy so many chickens, I can keep all the ones I want, sell all the rest. My coop is not big enough for that many new chickens. And then obviously my flock caught the Merricks, which the Merricks makes it so I can't safely have other birds. So that's like a bit of a problem. So it's like, disease saved me from chicken maths. So yeah. Donnie, can't even eat the roosters if you have too many. No, I totally get that. Yeah, as I said, mine, they're just pets, so I don't eat the roosters. So that means I have to get them from the hatchery. I can't hatch my own, because if I get them from a hatchery, then I don't have to deal with the roosters. They're all hens. That's saves me so much trouble, because when they're just like livestock birds, when they're eggs and meat birds, you can just deal with the roosters. You can do what you have to do. But when they're pets, I'm not going to kill a rooster, because I'm not going to kill my chickens. So I have to try selling them or something. And selling a rooster where I live, next to impossible. But like for the geese, I'm really lucky. Geese are a lot easier to sell. So if I get because there are a lot fewer people who have geese, and a lot more of the people who have geese have them as pets. So if I can get like a really friendly goose and have it, hopefully that can be better. How far behind? Okay, I'm not that far behind, Chad. I'll keep reading it. Villia, Vilila? I'm sorry. Feel free to drop how to pronounce that in the chat if I'm getting it wrong. F. Vilila. Do you need a rooster if you have chickens? No, you do not need. It's a very common misconception that a lot of people who don't have chickens, they think you need a rooster so your chickens lay eggs. Chickens will lay eggs whether they have a rooster or not. Chickens laying eggs is like a biological thing, so they will lay eggs like once a day, every day for the first 5 years of their life. Chickens stop laying eggs around the years 5 to 7 in age, but they can live between 5 and 10 years old. So some of your oldest chickens will live even after they've stopped laying eggs. But yeah, you do not need a rooster for chickens to produce eggs. You do not need a rooster to keep your flock safe most of the time. If you free run chickens where they're outside in the bush, you don't have a fence, a rooster is a good thing because it can keep your flock safe. And roosters are also good because they can help warn your flock. If there's a predator flying overhead, your rooster, when your chickens are eating, your rooster is usually sitting still, looking up, guarding the sky to make sure there's no predators up, guarding the horizon, make sure there's no predators around. So like your roosters can warn your chickens, but if you live in an urban area, like you have chickens in your backyard, you don't need a rooster. Really the biggest ways to have rooster is protection depending on circumstances. If you ever want to breed your chickens, you'll need a rooster. And then the other thing is pecking order. A rooster can help make your hens more comfortable, because when you have two hens that get into a fight, the rooster will come and break up that fight and help maintain order in the coop, keep everyone happy, keep everyone functioning. So like definitely it is good. Like if you have a rooster, you can keep a rooster with your hens. It isn't harmful. The biggest downside of a rooster is they're really loud. So if you live in an urban area, you probably aren't allowed a rooster because they're so loud, because they go cock-a-doodle-doo every morning bright and early. And the other reason you might not want a rooster is when a rooster breeds the chickens, when they jump on their back to breed them, they can damage the chicken's back feathers. So that means basically like if you had a rooster, it can make your chickens a little bit happier and can be good for protection, but they're loud. So like, yeah, they're completely optional. It's completely, if you want one, you can keep it. If you live somewhere where you're allowed to keep it and you buy, like say if you buy from a hatchery, you buy 10 chickens that are supposed to all be girls and one of them turns out to be a rooster, you can keep it. Like it's not gonna be a problem. As long as you have enough hens, you can have multiple roosters. Usually a good rule of thumb is you need at least 5 to 10 hens per one rooster. you need at least 5 to 10 hens per one rooster in order to stop the roosters fighting. Because if you have like 2 hens and 2 roosters, the 2 roosters will be like trying to compete with each other so much. Dang, you can hear my rooster making noise right there, trying to tell you about how loud roosters are. But yeah, if you have like 2 chickens, 2 hens and 2 roosters, your 2 roosters will fight each other for those chickens, and they can get each other injured, and it's like, it's not good. So like, you just need to make sure you have enough hens. So yeah, like roosters, you can keep them. It's just like, it's all just, it depends. What else is being said here? Hello, Huggy Wuggy, greetings. You just got some baby chickens still here. So excited. Congrats, man. Good luck. I hope you can take good care of them. I hope they can lay all the eggs you want, and they can be good pets for you. My goodness, that rooster is so loud. Hello, Josh Bender, greetings. Hello, Penguin92, greetings. D, you were thinking of like a coop that's big but with a screen roof for the ducks. Yeah, that would probably... My goodness, these things are so loud. That would probably work. I recommend, instead of like a coop with a screen roof, probably a good thing is to buy some fence posts like this. These are 10-foot long fence posts, and I bury them 2 foot deep, so they're 10 foot tall. And then that's a stucco wire that I wrapped around. So basically, it's put in some fence posts, put some stucco wire around, and then for the roof, you don't actually need a roof on your run unless you have serious like birds flying overhead, because birds may fly overhead and land, try to attack your chickens. Like ravens and eagles and things can try to attack your birds, but cats might climb, they might not, I'm not sure. But like, so you might want to put a roof over it to protect your cats, but usually just a big fence like that might be enough. I'm not sure. It depends. Is the cat a climber? Is it not? I'm not sure. Like, again, with everything, it depends what you have available, what your circumstances are. Like usually with chickens, the most important, like with ducks, most important thing is make sure they have a good amount of sunlight, good amount of fresh air. So like if you're thinking of constructing like a solid wall out of plywood, a fence like this is much better and is probably cheaper than a plywood wall, because that stucco wire is cheaper than plywood. So like, yeah. So like, and this also, something like this gives them light too from the side. It gives them a fresh breeze, everything like, so yeah, it all depends on what you have available. Donna, you say roosters, up to you. They're not need for the hens to lay. They're pros and cons. Just best not to have more roosters than you need. 1 rooster per, you say 1 to 25 hens. Ooh, whew. 1 to 25 hens is probably a really good way to stop them from getting into fights together. If you breed chickens, I know it's like 1 rooster per like 5, or even 1 rooster per 3 hens for brooding. But I said 1 per 5 to 10, because like in really big flocks, you want less roosters. Like the bigger your flock gets, you want proportionally less roosters. But if you have only like 10 hens, you can probably keep 2 roosters safely with 10 hens. But then for 3 roosters, I'd say maybe like 20 hens, like maybe like double, you know, like, just because the more roosters you have, the more conflicts they'll have between them and everything like this. You just gotta be careful. What's up, Isaac? Greetings. Donna, you wish you could post pictures? Yeah, Donna, we have a community Discord listed in the top of on my channel homepage or whatever. In the top link of it, I have community Discord. You can join in there and send pictures there if you want. Oh yeah, my moderator said that too. MP said that. Isaac, the rooster sounds are so cool. Oh yeah, rooster sounds are so cool. It is so cool. Like when I live here and I have like my window cracked open for the fresh air, and then literally like so early in the morning, break of dawn, the rooster starts cock-a-doodle-doing. It's so funny. Like it really does make you feel like you're on a farm when you have the rooster cock-a-doodle-doing crowing in the morning. It's so cool. And the reason why the rooster crows is, as I said earlier, he crows as a way to tell his hens, I'm here, this is home base, come back here. Because in the wild, in nature, chickens obviously won't have fences around them. They'll wander off for like kilometers sometimes. So that's why like chickens make such a loud noise. And forgive me for using kilometers and feet. I'm Canadian. That's a really, one of the issues of Canadian is that we use metric and imperial measurements. Long distances are kilometers. Construction is always measured in feet. Height is in feet. But then all of a sudden, like distances, if you're measuring the distance between... If you're measuring the distance from like your house to the shed, that'll be in like meters now. It's like construction is mainly in feet just because of the USA, but like long as like, you know, we'll use those measures next up. But yeah. Alex, I have a lot to say. Yeah, I have a lot to say. I'm like I'm a live streamer. That's like my thing. I sit and talk. That's my job. But I like to talk and I like to live stream, and there are people who like to listen. And I'm sure I could do things differently, but the problem is like there are really 2 things I could do for live streams. One of them was where I have like chickens. I get the corn, feed the chickens corn. They sit on my shoulders and eat the corn. That does well, but I find sitting and talking often does better. Sometimes depending on circumstances. Usually sitting and talking does better when I sit, 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 sit. There we go. Oh, yuck. Oh, she was filthy. Look at that. Ugh. Oh, yuck. Oh, she's disgusting. Oh, yuck. Get your foot off me. Ugh. I want to put a chicken on my shoulder so it's more engaging, because isn't that cool to have a chicken on the shoulder? Nah, she smells awful. What else is being said here? Donna, hawks and owls. Yeah, you need a cover for hawks and owls. If you have a lot of hawks and owls where you live, you'll need a cover. The biggest thing, instead of having a cover over your run, a cover over your run is really important if you have lots of hawks and owls, especially if they fly overhead. I live underneath a raven flight path. The ravens fly overhead every single day, and that's really disconcerting. And for the longest time, I never knew that ravens ate chickens. I thought, oh yeah, the ravens are just flying overhead. They eat garbage. I see them at the McDonald's eating fries out of like the dumpster. Like complacency is really dangerous, because I was complacent. I was thinking, oh yeah, the chickens, they're safe. The ravens won't eat them. And then all it took was, there was one day where I had some chickens locked in the isolation run, because I had to put them out and isolate them for a little while. And they had a small like crate in there to sleep in, but they didn't have proper shelter. And then one day I came outside, they were all dead. The ravens ate all of them. Like they ate, like, I had 6 silkies out there. They ate, no, 5 silkies. They ate 5 of my silkies and one of my turkey chickens. And that was just like an incredible wake-up call. It's like, oh my goodness. Like, obviously it was horrible. It was absolutely devastating. But like, that was wake-up calls. Wow, you cannot be complacent. If you see something and think this might be a risk, you should take action to prevent it as soon as possible. Because like with ravens, I had no problem with the ravens for like 2-3 years or whatever. I had a long time with no problems whatsoever. And then all it took was one time for it to be like the ravens to just have like think, I should do this, and for me to be like a little too complacent or whatever. And then that's when disaster strikes. What was here? Hello, Hootron, greetings. You have a hen for 8 months and she's been acting different. I don't know if she's broody or sick or whatever. Do you know the difference? It depends. Are they clucky? A broody hen will go cluck, 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 cluck. Like, a broody hen will spend more time in the lay box, in the nest box, sitting on eggs. If you go into the nest box at nighttime and there's a chicken sitting on the eggs going cluck, 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 and the eggs are really warm because she's been sitting on them all day, that's a broody hen. If you see a hen that is sick, where it's not, like, it goes in the nest box, sometimes it goes on the roost, sometimes it has low energy. If it's acting very lethargic, like doesn't want to move around much, that could be sick. If it doesn't make much noise and just sort of like looks out of it, that could be sick. Broody hens, they're not lethargic, they're melting is how I describe it. What happens is when you put them down, they immediately sit down and then they sort of melt outwards. They puff up their feathers. And if you put them outside, evict them outside of the coop, they won't sit on the ground. They'll stand up and go, like they sound really worried and everything like that. So yeah, so that's a big thing of how you can tell the difference between being broody and being sick. Really, you just got to look at the symptoms, and a lot of it is experience. Like with me, as I was saying earlier, in your first year or two of having chickens, you probably will have a few deaths because like chickens are complicated animals and there are a lot of things that can go wrong with them. Like me with my first year of having chickens, because I had a lot of like secondhand chickens I bought from friends. So one of them was really old and was really sick. I didn't know what happens. Later, I realized it was just age that killed that chicken. Another one that passed away soon after that was it couldn't walk. It was having trouble walking, and eventually it had so much trouble walking that it wasn't able to eat and drink properly, and eventually passed away. I didn't know what that was until later I realized she had extreme scaly leg mites. Scaly leg mites are where their feet, like you have mites that go into their feet and start puffing, like damaging their scoots, and it causes them to have trouble walking. And after that incident, the rest of my entire flock caught scaly leg mites from that one sick chicken with scaly leg mites. I learned that is incredibly easy to do. All you gotta do is soak your chicken's feet in like Vaseline, or you can use Vaseline and sulfur is one thing, or you can use baby oil or whatever, but basically you just soak them in oil and some other like stuff to like drown the mites, and then no problem with that anymore. You know, it's like, yeah, every time like I like to use any tragedy as a learning situation, and I've learned so much from when things go wrong, and obviously preventing things before they happen is the best thing too. Isaac, your neighbor has 2 roosters and they wake you up every day at 4 a.m. I love that. Yeah. Oh no, they wake you up every day at 4 a.m. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Sorry, I thought you said they wake up. No, you get woken up. Yikes. Oh, and F. Villia. Frankie? Frankie? Sorry, is that Frankie or is that Frankly? What? Are you saying Frankly? Can I show up you the setup? Oh, Alex, the rooster. I'm sorry, I'm behind on chat. I'm gonna have to catch up on chat. Show the setup. I will remember to show you the setup. I'm just gonna zoom down, see what else is happening. Dragon's back. Hello, Dragon. Isaac's still here. Donna's still here. PB&J, hello, welcome back, PB&J. Are your cookies good? Nope, you said it's Stinky Bird, but yeah, setup, I guess. Hello, Hootron again. Sorry for, oh no, yeah, you said hi. Yeah, I'm just sitting here chatting. I'm just trying to, I just enjoy sitting here and chatting. It is definitely, like, my streams, like, I keep thinking, oh, I should do all this sort of stuff to maximize, like, engagement, to make it so more people watch for longer, and put the chickens on my shoulder, talk faster. I talk a lot just because I enjoy talking, but, like, I want to do other things to make the stream more interesting. And then I remember, that's why I stopped live streaming. I tried too hard and I didn't get very good results. So I just stopped. I slowed down. And so I want to come back, and I got to keep reminding myself to take it slow. Take it slow, have fun. Because if I don't take it slow, I'm not going to have fun. So yeah, so I'm just relaxing. And yes, I will show you the setup in just a little while. Isaac, the mimicking is so majestic. I don't know what that is in reference to. What else is here? No, Dragon, do not baby oil. I said mineral oil. I remember when I bought my baby chicks last year, and I said, I'm getting these baby chicks to give them to my rooster Houdini. I got several comments, people saying, baby chicks for Houdini? You mean Houdini? But yeah, basically, like, for scaly leg mites, it's mites that get into their feet and can cause damage. It's kind of like if you imagine sort of having like scalp, yeah, it's kind of like scalp lice, where you have like the lice that lives in your hair and then it itches and you're like, itches, except it also causes the scoots to puff outwards, which means that their feet can get so unpleasant to walk on that eventually they just like, they don't want to walk anymore and they'll actually starve. So like, yeah, so it's like these are things like once you learn about chickens, once you learn about their behaviors, how they work, all these sort of things become so rudimentary. I can immediately now recognize a lethargic hen. I can immediately tell when a hen is lethargic, and then I can, like, obviously, like, when a hen's, by the time a hen is lethargic, usually when they have very low energy and they can't really walk around, by that point they're most likely dead, depending on some conditions. By the time they're lethargic, they can be recovered. Sometimes they can't. For me, because mine have like Merrick's was the biggest thing that was making them sick, I can immediately tell, oh, this one's sick now, and then, you know, it's not gonna live. But like, yeah. But like, yeah, it's just all about experience. All this stuff is about experience. It's about confidence. Like, I was learning driving training recently, trying to get my driver's license, and I'm gonna get my new license in a little while. Which is really good. But yeah, it's all about confidence. Just do stuff and you'll get more confident with time. You'll get better with time. You can't be too hard on yourself. But yeah, I'm gonna show you around my run one more time. Oh yeah, here, I'm not sure if you can see this, but I have a chicken wire mesh over the entire top of my run. I put chicken wire over the top of my run after the raven attacked, killed a bunch of my birds. I would not recommend using chicken wire on top of a run because the rolls aren't that wide. It's quite brittle. It can break, it can rust. And the roof doesn't need to be that strong because a raven or hawk will not get through the wire. If they see there's wire there, if they come down, see there's wire there, they're just leaving. The most important thing you need is a fence like this because dogs and foxes will try to get through a fence. So like, the fence needs to be really heavy. The run on top, chicken wire works if it's a small space, but you can also buy online, they sell hawk netting, which is basically like gaps like, you know, like that big, like big enough where like a small songbird would go through it, but small enough that they stop chickens from flying out, they stop hawks and ravens from flying in, they stop your peacocks from flying away. And that's really all you need, is just like some nice netting. So like basically any sort of netting on top does the job as long as there aren't big holes in it. Just seal up gaps as well as you can. Zip ties I don't recommend because they break if they're plastic. I use galvanized wire. I don't like galvanized wire because it's a huge pain in the butt to use, but it doesn't rust and it's UV resistant. Where I live, there's a lot of sun, so yeah. But Donnie, up it happens, you lose them, it hurts, but it's a fact of life. Chickens are descendants of jungle fowl, so they'll hide their sickness to the last minute unless you know them really well. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to bring about the lethargy, about that sort of stuff. Chickens are really good at hiding their symptoms. The moment you see symptoms in chickens, if you can recognize the symptoms, you can treat them. But usually by the time you see symptoms in chickens, it's quite late. So there are a few, so like really with chickens, the best thing is prevention is the best way to keep them safe. So I recommend don't buy chickens from other people unless you only buy them from one person. Like usually if you buy like one chicken from this guy, one from this guy, one from this guy, one from that guy, from a whole bunch of different people, your flock's probably going to end up catching a disease that'll like end up hurting a bunch of your chickens. So like you really got to make sure to expand slowly and have like one or two good friends who have big flocks who you can buy chickens from them or buy them from the hatchery or something, just because like you don't want to take many risks with your chicken's health. But yeah, they really like to hide their symptoms. So really the earliest symptoms to look for with chickens when they're for sickness is two things. First of all, just one thing. When a chicken is lethargic, where they have really low energy, they don't want to move much, that's usually when they're near, like close to death. They might only have a week or two or even a month left at that point. But some symptoms you can see earlier are the comb. They have the comb that goes down the middle of their head. Like you can see with this girl, like the big red comb on top of their head. Those discolor when they're sick. So when they start to get sick, if they're malnourished, if they're not eating or drinking enough, their comb will go pale. So broody hens, when they've been brooding for a month straight, their comb will go quite pale. So that's like a good thing. Is it like if you have a hen that's brooding, you can look at their comb to see if they're healthy or not. But then other things is when my chickens have Merricks, their combs started going purple, not pale, but like dark purple and crunkling up. So that's another sign to worry for. If the combs are a normal color, that's good. In wintertime, when they're locked inside, they get less sunlight, they get less time outside, they will go more pale and they will look more sickly. But if one of them is way more pale than the rest, they might be sick. And the other thing is the crop. Chickens have, I call it the chesticle. They have this, come back here, girl. They have a giant sac underneath the front of their cheek. They have a giant sac you can see right there. Come on, I need to look at your chesticle. Yeah, right there. You can see that big round sac there. That's their food storage sac. The crop is basically, it's before the stomach, before the gizzard, everything like that. It's just a sac that stores their food in it. So when they eat food, it goes into the crop to store up. So if you go down to your chicken coop at nighttime, I recommend this to everybody. Go down to your chicken coop at nighttime after dark. Even if you have a door that automatically opens and closes and you come by early in the day to do the water and the eggs and everything like that, come down to your coop after dark once all your chickens are sleeping side by side, and then feel their crops. You don't have to do this every night, just like once a week, something like that's usually a good sign, because their crops will be like, if they go inside and start sleeping, they should be completely full of food because they eat a whole bunch before they sleep so they can digest it overnight. And if you go down to your chickens and feel all their crops are full except for one of them and has an empty crop, that's a sign it isn't eating very much. So you need to now wonder, is it brooding or something that makes it eat less? Is it sick? Did the food run out? Is it getting pecked on? Because that's another big thing with chickens is if it's getting pecked on, they might not go near the other chickens. They might stay on like the sidelines and not eat as much. But yeah, you just gotta watch and learn the symptoms, watch them, and just try your best. And now, I'm sorry. And now I'm gonna finally get to show you my run. I was just explaining the chicken sickness stuff. Hello, facts, greeting. Facts. That's some true facts right there. Hello, man from India, greetings. What else being said? Oh, there's quite a few people in chat. Oh, what was I saying? Isaac, you say this is the first time you're watching one of my streams and you're saying it's very soothing. It's as if you're hanging out with a friend. To keep it up, dude. Thanks, man. I'm happy you are enjoying it. That also goes for everyone else. If you've been watching and enjoying so far, please do hit the like button. I think you double tap the stream to like it. I think the subscribe is that corner. Yeah, I think my stream is mirrored. Yeah, I think my stream is, I'm seeing it mirrored to what you see. So what's on my left there is on my left of my camera, but for you it's on the right, I think, because it's like you're looking at me. Yeah, I think the camera's mirrored, so I think the subscribe button is up in that corner. For me, this corner is the X, but for the X, for you, would be on that side of the screen. But yeah, click the subscribe button if you're enjoying it. I try to do these streams. I like to have my streams be more relaxed, be more chill, be more like just wholesome. Hello, nature lover. Lots of love from, that's India. Yeah, it's India. I think that's India, right? From India. Hello. What else? Donna, you've had chickens for almost 25 years. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really good. You're practically chicken vets, surgeries and still complex. Oh yeah, I can understand that. Like for me, the only medical operations I do on my chickens is when they have a really large open wound. What I'll do is I'll clean it, I will sanitize it, and then I'll put Vaseline on it. Vaseline and self-adhesive bandages and Vaseline are, as any sort of veterinary medicine, Vaseline and self-adhesive bandages are your best friends, because you put Vaseline on a wound, keeps it moist and stops it from drying out, because a dry wound will crack and will get infected and stuff. So Vaseline, it keeps dirt off the wound directly, keeps it moist, stops it from getting infected. Medicated Vaseline, you can buy that. It's called like Polysporin, Neosporin is a medicated medicated petroleum jelly. That's really good. Put that in the wounds and then wrap a self-adhesive bandage on it. Not too tight, but tight enough that it holds on, but not too tight that cuts off circulation. And like, that's basically the most complicated medical operations I've had to do, where a chicken's like, because that's happened several times, where a chicken will like peck another hole directly into the back of another chicken's neck, and you can look in there and it's like bleeding, and you can see like goes in the esophagus or something like that. It's like, oh, that's bad. Because it's so funny. Chickens, they hide their sickness until the very last moment. So like, a chicken might just randomly die on you, and you'll be like, wait, it was sick this whole time. It's been sick for a month. It didn't, like, it, you know, pretended not to be. But as far as injuries go, when chickens are injured, chickens are really good at recovering from physical injury. Like, I've discovered that. Like, chickens are amazingly hardy for a lot of like physical injuries, where they'll have like giant holes that the other chickens pecked in the back of their head. You just put some like, as I said, put some antibiotic, antifungal stuff on it, bandage it or whatever. They heal up fine. It's amazing. But like, yeah, the only chicken surgeries I haven't done is I've never had to cut something out, and I've never had to sew up a chicken. I don't want to have to sew up a chicken, because I think the problem with sewing up a chicken is if you have to sew something up, I'm not a trained sewing, and if you sew up a wound improperly, you will make it worse. The best thing is, if you have a really large open cut, what you can do is actually use super glue. Super glue is a really good thing for wounds. What you do is, on the edge of the wound, put a little bit of super glue on the edge, not in the wound, on the skin, and then press it shut so that the skin touches itself, and the super glue will hold the wound shut. Again, only do this on clean wounds. If it's worse enough, you can take it to the vet or something like that, put antibiotics on, all that sort of stuff. But like, yeah, you can actually, for large cuts, super glue works really well for sewing up things. And none of this is medical advice. This is not veterinary advice. This is not medical advice. This is my personal experience of what I do. If you try this and something goes wrong, legally, I want to say that if you try this, I'm not responsible if something goes wrong. I'm trying to throw ideas out there for like, just to have people think, to have people, if they don't know of other things like starting points, all that sort of stuff. That's really what, like, if you get all your information from YouTube Short, like if you watch YouTube Shorts, or like, I know a lot of people use like TikTok instead of a search engine, like instead of using Google, they'll go into TikTok and search something up. If you get all your info off of like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, or anything like that, be advised, a lot of this stuff is simplification, and it's not necessarily the best advice, but it's a lot of time it's good starting advice. It's like what I was saying earlier with my feed there, where I have the oyster shells mixed into it, because it's better to feed them separate feed, but mixing it all together, that works, and that is much less likely to fail. Like, yeah, if I have it separate, they don't eat the separate stuff, but then I mix it all together, they eat it, and it's not perfect, but it does the job. Sorry, there's Nature Lana, Donna Breer. I don't know, the chat keeps moving up. Hello again, Penguin. Hello, Book Mongrel. You say it's you, Book Mongrel. It's been a bit. You lost the Ravenous Beast a few months ago. Oh, I'm sorry you lost the Ravenous Beast. The Ravenous Beast was your rooster, I think. I don't remember. I'm just doing context clues. I hope your birds are okay. I hope your birds are doing good, Book Mongrel. Hello, Tord Larson. Greetings. Book Mongrel, you have Blackbeak, Marmalade, Brimstone, Malt, Magdalene. The turkeys are named Thanksgiving and Christmas. Very funny. Yes, but hello, everybody. I just got to catch my chat. How far behind am I in chat? Oh, my goodness. Chat. I start monologuing, and then my chat falls behind. Isaac, all prey birds are annoyingly good at hiding their sickness. Oh, yeah. Actually, that probably explains better than anything, because I was just thinking chickens are stubborn. But no, that's it. They're prey birds. Is if they show they're sick, they're a lot more likely for a predator to eat them. So say you have a chicken that it's feeling under the weather, it's gotta lock in. The chickens have to lock in and pretend to not be sick, because like, especially with the pecking, like, that's a really good thing. I know I probably have thought about that before, but like, that really is a good thing to put into context. Chickens have the pecking order. If a chicken sees another chicken as being weak, they will peck at the other chickens. Like, chickens will peck at injured chickens. So that's probably it. If a chicken's sick, it tries to pretend to not be sick so it doesn't get attacked by the other birds. That's probably it entirely. Hello, hashtag A, greetings, welcome back. This is my second stream since I've been back. Happy you've been able to join in. Hello, Mr. Ironman9904. What a strange username. What are you doing here, Mr. Ironman9904? That's a very strange username. Donna, their skin is too thin, so you've used glue to. Yeah. Like, I think sewing is. I don't like the idea of sewing. One time when my dog got into a really horrible accident where I have a sheepdog and a golden retriever. My sheepdog got excited, bit the golden retriever. The golden retriever turned around and said, "Nuh-uh," and then bit the sheepdog, grabbed on, locked its jaws into place so that it wouldn't let go, so the sheepdog couldn't continue to attack the golden retriever. And then the Goldie just held my other dog there for like 10 minutes until I managed to get them separated. And it's the sheepdog's fault. They do that, but we don't blame them. It's a bit problematic, but yeah, that was probably the biggest time I've had to deal with a massive open wound. And because we couldn't get to the vet immediately, we had to wait until like tomorrow or something. I don't know. I think we had to wait until the next day. I'm pretty sure all I managed to do was just like bandaged it up, like try to clean up, bandage it up, and then we went to the vet like later. I don't know, but like yeah, like usually with a lot of these things, when you're a chicken keeper, you won't have to know all the sicknesses. You won't have to know all the things that are wrong. You just need to try your best and like try to do things that are pretty good. Dragon, glue is not good to get on your skin, but super glue, cyanoacrylate super glue, like the Gorilla Glue or Crazy Glue, that is not, it's not good for your skin, but it's not poisonous. It's not something that's going to make you sick. So if you put it on your skin, it just leaves like a little bit of glue on your skin, and it doesn't damage the skin, but it doesn't come off. The glue comes off once the skin comes off. So you like, your body's constantly shedding your skin. That's why when you get a cut, you can see the skin regrow and the old skin comes off. So like, yeah, when you put glue on the skin, it will come off eventually at some time in the future. So it will be good. And so like, yeah, so like super glue, I've actually used super glue on myself when I had a giant, I think it was this one right here. No, I don't know. Whenever I get large cuts on my hand, especially on fingers, when you bend the skin, if you've ever had a cut on your finger, whenever you bend the skin, it reopens the cut. You squeeze it shut, put a little bit of super glue on it once it's clean, obviously, and once it's scabbed over, or like once it started to dry off a little bit so it won't get infected. Put a little bit of super glue, holds it in place, stops it from cracking. It's really, really good. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. There's just so much chat. Mr. Iron Man, I don't mind people eating food. Also, MP, Mr. Iron Man is one of my friends from I think this is probably the same guy based on how he talks. I think he's one of my friends from a different place. And he likes to commit a lot of what I call food crime. So I don't even know if he's saying he's eating chicken. Like, Mr. Iron Man, are you eating poultry, or are you doing something worse? Are you eating like a steak mac and cheese souffle or something like that? Book Mongrel, Ravi was your biggest hen. You had a wild rooster walk onto the property, presumably half Rhode Island red or something like that. It's a hybrid. Oh, so a wild rooster came on your property and bred your chickens, and you got some like really, oh no, sorry. So okay, sorry. I thought you were meaning that one of your chickens was bred with the rooster. No, you just had a wild rooster walk on the property. That's kind of interesting to have some wild roosters. Oh, Dragon had to go. Bye, Dragon. Who else is here? The Roosty is called Randy the Rooster. That's kind of funny. Yes, Dragon, go sleep on your hoard of gold. But remember, dragons used to have gold in the olden days because gold was valuable. Modern day, gold's worth nothing. Like, I have like a little gold pendant, and it's worth like $100, which obviously $100 is a lot of money, but like, I have like more valuable things like Peanut has made me like $1,000 on. Peanut has made me like $1,000 on like her ad revenue. Obviously, they're pets. They're more valuable to me as pets than they are as like, you know, YouTube props or whatever. I would rather them not be YouTube famous and be healthy, but like, she's also healthy and does the YouTube stuff, which is pretty cool. But like, yeah, gold is cool. But Dragon, if you want to go sit on a proper pile, a proper hoard of value, you should start sitting down on a dragon that hoards on a well-diversified portfolio, and then also has like a good experience in college diplomas and all sorts of things that are blah, 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 something or other true value. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm ranting. I think Dragon left a while ago. I don't think he probably would have read that or listened to that. MP, you don't patch wounds, you thug it out. Best not to thug it out. I think if you live in a warm spot, so it's probably not as bad. But if you live in a really humid spot, like especially if you live somewhere tropical, like in Asia or South America or something like that, you do not want to leave wounds untreated because they are much more likely to get infected, and that's not good at all. Iron, you said, how often do the chickens get hurt enough they need to intervene? Not very often. Like you can see, they have a lot of they have a lot of bare spots on them because the chickens will peck out each other's feathers. But usually they don't hurt each other enough. They have to intervene. Intervening, really rare, because my chickens they're very well fed, they're very well watered, they have enough space. In summertime, in the wintertime it's worse, but like usually most of the things that get my chickens injured are diseases I can't prevent, and that's like, yeah, like there's nothing you can really do to solve that other than make them comfortable. But as far as what do I have to do to keep them safe is when they have the holes in their backs, what I do is I get some spray and spray it on their backs. I have a blue spray because chickens, when they see red, they get incredibly violent. They see blood, they try to peck at it. That's their instincts. They see blood, they peck because they're like monsters, which is probably why sick chickens pretend not to be sick. And when that happens, I just spray the stuff on it. Last time I had to do that was with my peacock, my peafowl over there. The chickens pecked a giant hole in the back of his neck, so I had to spray him up, but I didn't have to bandage him or anything. The last time I had to bandage one was probably last winter when one of them had like, I remember what it was. One of them broke a toe off. Not like the end of the toenail, but literally ripped the entire toenail out by the root and was bleeding like crazy. And because it ripped the entire toenail by the root except for a little bit on the edge, so it was bleeding like crazy, couldn't claw it off. So what I had to do was like cut it, trim it, super glue it, bandage wrap it, like a whole bunch of stuff. It was complicated. No, MP, good on you, MP. It's good to delete things to be safe. When in doubt, always delete it, and then you can like ask me later on Discord, is such and such okay? Or if you don't know who people are, if you don't know somebody, it's always good to be cautious. Penguin, you found some Russian gold in your house. Ooh, that's very interesting, Penguin. Good on you. Hopefully it's real gold, not like fake gold. Like if there's real gold, that'd be pretty cool. Because obviously it could be like gold plated. If it's like jewelry, it could be gold plated. If it's gold coins, it could be mock gold coins, which is gold plated silver coins or something. But like, yeah, if you found actual gold, that's pretty awesome. Also, if you do have actual gold, don't go around telling people about it because gold is valuable. It's kind of like telling somebody, I have a lot of money. It's like making yourself a target for being mugged. On the internet, you're probably fine. You're anonymous. You don't say where you live or whatever. But yeah, it's one of those things you don't want to really go around saying much more than needed. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, chat keeps moving too fast. I'm just gonna catch up on chat so that I can show you what my run is like. Iron Man, egg prices will not keep my money going up where I live. Where I live in Canada, egg prices are dirt cheap. In California, egg prices are like $12 US per dozen eggs. In Canada, where I live, it's $3 US per dozen eggs. $3, $3. Ah! And the problem with that is that the price of chicken feed is going up. I grind my own feed because the store-bought bags of feed is way too expensive, so I grind it because it saves me a lot of money. But even then, the prices of the grain I buy is expensive, the concentrated nutrients is expensive, the materials, all like the stuff to take care of them, the fencing, I have the fence posts there, the house in front of like the chicken coop, all that's really expensive. Eggs aren't very expensive here because the Canadian government, I think, subsidizes eggs slightly different than in America, and we don't have as big a problem with avian flu. I don't know. Book Mongrel, if you have the random roosters join your flock, is he joining all the time or does he just come in sometimes, leave other times? Because if he's a permanent resident, maybe you should try to like make him friendly and like pick him up, maybe like, because I don't know, it's kind of funny if you find like a random rooster, because he's already in your flock. Any diseases he would have had, he's already given to your flock. So you might as well just keep him now, assuming he's not one of your neighbor's roosters. Like if he's a stray, like a stray rooster, you could keep him. If he's one of your neighbor's roosters, you probably shouldn't. But like it'd be kind of funny. You can go grab him, pick him up, maybe trim his spurs a little bit so he's not much of a risk to stab your hens. I don't know how that works, but good luck with that. Donna, those back spots are from the roosters. No, the back spots. Previously, the back spots used to be from the roosters, but from my hens right now, it is just the other hens. Like these, oh, way too zoomed in. These leghorns pluck all the other chickens. Like they are incredibly, they go pluck, 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 pluck. And then because they pluck the other chickens, chickens are social animals. They learn from one another. So since the leghorns started plucking everyone else, now the chickens like this that get plucked, now pluck the leghorns back. And the reason why I know it's plucking is not only have I seen them so much plucking, but a lot of them, they have bald backs, they have bald butts, and a lot of them have bald necks too. That one doesn't have bald necks, but a lot of them like, oh yeah, right up here. This girl right here, you can see she has like a lot of damage to her neck there, and it's quite bad. Thankfully, my chickens, they pluck, but they don't cannibalize because they will pluck the feathers and eat the feathers, but they don't eat the skin, because if they started eating skin, that would be really, really bad, because like once they start eating skin, trying to kill each other, you can't recover from that. Eating feathers is a habit that they'll probably get bored over time and do less and less, but not really much. Not one of those things that's easily prevented. My goodness, chat just moves too fast. Hello, Nectal. Greetings. Can't believe you're back to the live. You remember watching in the summer of 2024? Damn, yeah. It's been like almost a full year since they started. I guess actually in 2 months it would have been a full year since they started. But yeah, I had a hiatus here for a while because I was getting burnt out. But now I'm just enjoying streaming, enjoying talking about chickens and things. Toward Larson, what happens if someone doesn't intervene with a pecking order squabble? If someone doesn't intervene when your chickens get into a squabble, chickens will sort it out themselves. That's the reason why they have the pecking order. If two hens fight, they'll fight until one of them realizes, I'm dominant, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm smarter, whatever, and then that's good. Or they'll fight until whichever one is more aggressive wins. Like Peanut is actually dominant over most of the other chickens in the coop. Even though she's smaller, she has tiny man syndrome, where she's small but she's really angry and she's really defensive. Because she's tiny, she has to be more aggressive to keep herself safe. So when another chicken comes up to her, a chicken like double her weight comes up to her, she'll look at it and she'll peck, chase it away. She chases away even the peacocks and the geese sometimes. Like, she's really crazy. Yes, hello, Nectal, greetings. Hello, Hannah. How are Sushi and Houdini doing? Houdini is doing, I don't know. Houdini and Sushi are both doing really well. They're not here right now. There's Pepper. She's doing really well too. And over there is, that is Elvis. Elvis is doing really well too. And then the Leghorns, obviously. But yeah, I just need to catch up on chat. Nectal, you want to see Peanut? I'll show you Peanut in a moment, just because she has her little babies. I'll show you her and babies. But first, I just need to look at the run. I've just been enjoying sitting here and chatting. And as I said, my streams, I'm planning to do them more casually, less, forcing myself to, I gotta do it hard, go hard, stream maxing. No, it's just casual. A book mongrel, the rooster joins the flock at day and then the night he goes sleeps on the porch. Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah, if he sleeps on the porch, you could even try putting him inside your chicken coop. Like, if you want to adopt him, if he is living with you now, like living with your flock now, you could always do something to keep him, but I don't know. MP, you said you used to be scared of chickens because you thought they'd eat people. Yeah, that's a common myth. They always say, oh, chickens eat people, pigs eat people. There's a common myth that pigs eat people. That is not true. What is true is that pigs will eat meat. Pigs will eat meat. So if a person dies, a pig will eat it, but like, pigs don't, like, they won't go out of their way to kill you usually. Like, if they're well fed, if they're starving, if they're hungry, if they're mistreated, they might. But like, usually they don't. Same thing with chickens. Like, if your chickens, if you died at the coop, they ran out of food or water, they would start to peck at you, but they're not going to hurt you. Like, they don't want to hurt you. Like, the chickens are opportunistic. They'll do what they need to do. But like, yeah, when people are scared of chickens don't want to hurt you. Chickens are nice little guys. We'll see here. But hello, number A. Yes, Peanut. We'll show you Peanut in a moment. What else is being said here? If I have electricity in the hen house, I can use a red bulb, which keep them from plucking each other. Exactly, yeah, I heard about red bulbs. I don't want to use a red bulb because they're awful for filming, and I need to film inside the chicken coop because I'm a YouTuber. But I bought these smart LED bulbs because I have a light on the outside the chicken coop that turns on every night, but it's dying because the light sensor, the daylight nightlight sensor, is failing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just connect it, like directly connect it together, and then I'm going to put a smart bulb outside and smart bulb inside. And that's exactly what I was saying to my parents. They said, why would you put a smart bulb in the coop? Why? Like, and then I said, well, because if they've ever start plucking, if they've been like aggression, if one of them's bleeding or injured, I can turn on the red bulb inside and outside, which means they will be less likely to attack each other because they can't see it. And like that, I thought it was a pretty cool idea. Book mongrel, is it normal to have lesbian chickens? You have the hens that follow the rooster around as soon as the rooster tries to court them, they attack him. I don't want to describe that as lesbian chickens. I think that's more just chickens. Like, chickens, roosters have to earn their place in a pecking order. A new rooster, like a rooster who lives with their hens, will be at the top of the pecking order. Like, usually they'll give more of their food to the chickens or whatever, but they will be more dominant than the hens. But a new rooster who just joined or has been there a while but hasn't been there for super long, whenever you got a new rooster, they start out at the bottom of the pecking order and they have to work their way up. So when the rooster tries to do a little dance for the hens, if they're not impressed, they'll just peck him and chase him off. That's probably why the rooster is sleeping outside still. Your rooster is because he probably just isn't good enough in the pecking order. Ducks, actually, I will say, ducks and geese are actually like, do actually have like lesbians. Chickens, I haven't seen lesbian chickens. It's not very common because like chickens, their mating strategy is when a rooster goes to breed a hen, the hen just sits there and just gets bred, so they don't do anything together. But for ducks, for some reason, I don't know why, the female ducks will jump onto each other and mount them like they're trying to breed. They're really weird. That's the biggest reason why I didn't have ducks for the longest time. They're a bit gross when like they do that sort of stuff. It's a bit weird, but I can't have more chickens, so I'll get ducks. They're a bit gross. Oh well. Yeah, number 8, Pepper, Peanut has 2 babies, and Goo and Echo both have 2 babies between them. So we have a bunch of babies right now. It's really, really good. I'm gonna, hello Jabba Breakers. What else is happening here? Hello Simone Fursing, greetings. Hello Keneally Brown, greetings. Can eggs be eaten by chickens? Chickens should not eat their own eggs. Usually, if you have a broken egg at the chicken coop, you can safely feed it to the other birds. It won't make them sick, it won't make them bad, but you don't want to habitualize chickens eating their own eggs, which means if chickens start eating their own eggs and they say, hey, I really like eating eggs, they may end up going into the nest box specifically to eat eggs. So I recommend don't feed your chickens their own eggs. Like there's no disease risk to it. There's no problems with it. It's just you don't want them to start eating the eggs like habitually. So yeah. What else is being here? What else is being? Okay, finally up to the end of chat. By goodness, I just take. Chat just moves too fast. Ah. Okay, so Book Mongrel, your hens have mounted each other. Do they, like, your hens when they're mounting each other, do they do that, like, are you sure the one that it was mounting is actually a hen and not a rooster? Like, have you seen them laying eggs? Because there are sometimes you can have a rooster that looks like a hen, like you'll have a rooster that doesn't have the stereotypical giant comb or really sharp hackle feathers or large burrs or anything like that, I'm not sure. Jabber Breakers, can you eat a broken egg? If you go to a chicken coop and you find one of your eggs has been cracked, like if it's just been like tapped slightly and cracked, those eggs are perfectly safe to eat. You can boil them, you can cook them or whatever. The only thing I wouldn't recommend with a cracked egg is don't store it. Don't put it in the fridge and leave it there for a while, because when it's cracked, more bacteria and stuff can get into it. So like, yeah, you definitely don't want to, you can eat them just as long as they're fresh. Just don't leave them if they're there. And I will never recommend, never eat raw eggs. Raw eggs is a really bad thing to do. Salmonella, if you eat your own eggs, you're unlikely to get salmonella, but if everybody ate their eggs, the amount of salmonella cases will go up, because statistically, if people ate raw eggs, they'd like, the reason why they tell you not to eat raw eggs isn't because it's not like, eating raw eggs is one of those things where it's not a instant death if you eat a raw egg. It's a, just it has higher risk. It's like, I think it's like a 0.1% or whatever of raw eggs have a dangerous dose of salmonella in them or something like that, which means if you eat raw eggs your whole life, you probably will get salmonella, or if you eat raw eggs with your whole family, one of you will probably get salmonella. So like, you can't eat raw eggs. I just recommend do it as infrequently as possible, using only eggs from your own chickens, and make sure they're as fresh as possible when you do. But yeah, just don't usually. But yeah, broken eggs. If an egg's just cracking, if an egg is actually broken, and you find an egg that's like broken in pieces where the yolk is leaking out or the whites are leaking out, don't eat that at all. That's gross. Okay, bye Donna. Have a good one. Wait, Donna, was it you who wanted to see the chicken run? I'm sorry, I was just getting to that. If you want to, I'll just show off my chicken run just real quick. Basically, I have the food here, water, which I put down for the little baby geese to eat it. That goes over there normally. I have a shelter here. I don't have very many shelters in the chicken run, just because they have underneath the coop is their biggest shelter. So here's my coop. If they go underneath the coop, they can go in there. They can go underneath there to get like, I have a nest underneath there where my geese nest. The chickens are playing in it now, so they can go underneath there. I have, and for my fences, I have just a 10-foot poles buried 2 foot underneath the ground. And then in the corner, I have a 2-foot piece of chicken wire in the corner where I bent it into like sort of an L shape like this, and I put that into the corner, and that basically means on the outside, so that basically means predators, when they go up to the fence, they can't dig underneath the fence because there's that L of chicken wire there. That is probably the best thing you can do for fences, is put that down there to stop predator digging, because the biggest thing that will kill your chickens, it's not ravens, it's not eagles, Ferrets are a really big deal. There's nothing you can do to prevent ferrets because they can go through even the smallest gaps. But foxes, dogs, coyotes, those are usually the biggest killers of your chickens. And if you just put a little L of chicken wire under the door, it's probably the best thing you can do to prevent them. Like in my ISO run here, I built this ISO run after I built the main run. So this used to be an exterior wall, but you can see that little L of chicken wire right here. Like you can see I put my hands underneath it. See, there's that little wire mesh there. So that little wire mesh runs from here all the way out to the bottom of the run and then up. So something comes here and says, I want to dig under. So they press here. They can't because there's this mesh running along the ground. That's a really, really good idea. But yeah, so basically mesh on the outside, nice fences. This is just stucco wire. It's for house siding. It's galvanized. It's water resistant, weather resistant. I tie it together with little ties. I want to make sure to not leave any little bits of wire that can get fallen and broken off because little bits of wire on the ground are very dangerous for chickens to eat. There's my coop. On the bottom side of the coop, I just have a door where I can open the door to get inside for the birds to like access the nest and stuff like that. This is a bin of sunflower seeds. I have sunflower seeds here so I can scoop the sunflower seeds, throw them down the ground like that. The chickens eat them. It's a good thing for entertainment for the chickens because the chickens really love to eat sunflower seeds, so I just chuck it down. This bin here, I don't know if this is full or empty. Oh no, that's completely full. Yeah, this is a bin of chicken feed. Most of my chicken feed is stored in the duck shed, but I also have a bunch here so I can just refill the feeder because the feeder will run out after a couple days. So I usually like to refill it. But again, because the feeder is nearly empty, I will let it run out just so they can eat all the stuff on the ground that's there right now. I have a shovel there for scooping garbage and a broom for brooming off because I have to broom off the deck. Here's the front of my chicken coop. I have this lovely big deck. You do not need a deck on your chicken coop. Also, my chicken coop is raised. You do not need a raised chicken coop. I like the raised chicken coop because it gives them lots of shelter because chickens, if there's a predator, the chickens can go right underneath the house and hide underneath. Same thing with the deck. If there's a predator, the chickens can run underneath and hide underneath the deck, but you don't need a deck. I never built stairs up to the deck, so I just have a couple retaining wall concrete blocks here that I can walk up. And then for my chicken coop, I have this main door here. So here's the main door, and then that's a second door. So this is my chicken door. That's the door the chickens go in and out. And then I have this big ramp. That's how wide the ramp is. It's from there to there, and that's big enough that the geese can walk up it. Chickens don't need a ramp this wide, but the geese and ducks need a ramp this wide if they want to go inside. And so this goes down to the ground. So they can go up here, go inside. And inside the chicken coop, I have lay boxes. I have several lay boxes. I have them raised up high enough that they're not near the ground because if they're near the ground, chickens can see into them when they're on the ground. They'll go in to try to eat the eggs or whatever. But since they're raised up like this, it means that they're out of sight, out of mind. The chickens lay their eggs in here. And what I do is I use, this is a towel. So I cut up an old section of towel to put into the lay boxes. And this is really good because I used to use like little bits of blanket or like organic material and stuff to line the boxes. But when you line the boxes with something that can get damaged, it will get destroyed. But this towel, it's really nice because these are super, super durable. They're soft on the hen's feet. They hold the bedding inside here so they don't slip around because the plastic is really slippery. So if I don't have liner in the boxes, it gets really slippery, unpleasant for the hens. But these liners work really well. And I can throw them in the washing machine when I need to clean them and then reuse them again. And then this is just, I use wood shavings inside the nest boxes just because it's a nice soft bedding that they can lay their eggs on, protect the eggs, stop them from breaking. So if the eggs there. I have 4 lay boxes. So here's another one. Look at all those eggs in there. A big thing with chickens is that chickens will actually, you don't need very many lay boxes for your chickens because chickens usually will only lay in one box if they can. So like with my chickens, if you have 10 chickens, probably 2 lay boxes is enough. 20 chickens, I'd recommend 3 or 4, but like really 1 lay box per 5 chickens is probably as many as you need because they take turns laying eggs. One will go into the box to lay their egg, then they'll leave and another will go in the box to lay the egg, and then they'll leave and another will go in. I will have times where, since I have 4 lay boxes right now, I will have times where there are 2 chickens in a single lay box and the other 3 are just completely empty because they want to share the nice one. Because chickens have an instinct where if like they want to lay all their eggs in the exact same box because they're not going to incubate them. Most chickens have been bred now to no longer go broody, but they still have the instinct to lay your eggs in the box with the other eggs because then if a different chicken goes broody, they'll hatch your eggs for you. So that's like a big thing. So yeah, so this box here, completely empty. This box here, only 2 eggs. This box here has 5 eggs. This box here has a chicken. Hey chickie, how many eggs do you have underneath you? Just 2 eggs. Yeah, so it's 2 in that one, 2 in that one. Other one down there was empty. And this one has 5 eggs because this one had the most. This was probably the first box they laid in. So now they all go in here trying to lay just in here, just so they can all share their eggs in the same nest. And then as far as roosting bars go, I have these roosting bars. A lot of people will use a 2x2 or a 2x4 of wood and have it upright like this so the chickens can sit on that tiny little edge. But those aren't very good in wintertime in cold countries because they can cause your chickens' feet to get too cold because they'll hang off the edge. Whereas a wide bar like this, your chickens' feet will sit in the center like that. Their toes will keep warm and they'll keep their body warm. So these are much better in cold climates in winter. And they're also a must-have for peacocks. If you have peacocks or a roosting duck, some ducks like Muscovy ducks actually sleep in on the roost bar next to your chickens. If you have any of those, you need a wide bar like this. For just chickens, if you live in a warm part of the country, you can get a thin bar. Like this does get quite dirty, but I have a paint scraper inside here that'll scrape the bars off like once every week or two or something. And that's my, I'm just trying to like not get too much reflection on it. That is my, I have a whiteboard in here where I put like the supporters' names on it from the last live stream. Shout out to Skippy and Tiffany Smith who donated last live stream. Oh yeah, and then here's my medical box. I have scissors for cutting feathers. Here's the bench scraper, or here's the like paint scraper I use for scraping the poop off the bars. And then inside here, I have things like a collection of feathers, pretty feathers. Here's my expired stop pick. I'm gonna throw that out probably. Medicine, starch, Vaseline, more medicine, bandages, marker, stuff. Like just miscellaneous stuff. It's pretty good. Watermelon seeds, I'm going to have to, I'll read chat. I'll catch up on chat what people say afterwards. Because just right now I'm just looking in here and just making sure to just, I just got to, dang stuff. So much stuff. So much stuff. But yeah, I'll read chat once I'm done. I think basically, oh yeah, and then also my chicken coop has, I have power outlets here. So you can see I have this one is a regular power outlet. This power outlet, the black one, is connected to a thermostat. So it can have a heater on here. So I can have a heater that only turns on when it gets cold enough or something. I have a window here that can crack open. I have a window there that can crack open, like that window. So I have a lot of stuff. But yeah, I think, oh, and then I also have Christmas lights in here for the wintertime. In wintertime, to get chickens to lay eggs during wintertime, when it gets really dark and cold, chickens don't want to lay as many eggs. So if you heat up the coop and give them supplementary light, extra light, they'll lay more eggs. That's why I have the Christmas lights in here. I have them on all day during the winter. And that's basically the look around the chicken coop. What was being said in chat. What else was there? Oh, there's quite a lot in chat. What was it? So Donna left. Pookie said hello. Necktail said, your profile picture has acquired a tall neck. I think so. It looks like a bird of some kind. Pookie say, does it hurt if the chickens grabs onto the fence wire? I don't know what you mean. You mean if the chicken gets caught? Like, with the fence wire, I make sure to never have anything sticking out that they could catch themselves on, because if you have a little bit of wire sticking out at a bad angle and they stick their head through, because chickens will stick their heads through the fence wire to eat like plants on the other side. So if you do have like really sharp wire sticking out, a really good thing is either cut sharp bits off so they're short or bend them around so they're not in the way. Because like if you do have a really sharp bit of wire, chicken could catch themselves on it and could cut them and could hurt them or hook them there, trap them or whatever. So yeah, so I just always make sure to like bend them away so they're not going to be a big problem. But yeah, so like chickens usually don't get themselves out. They're quite good with that. What else is here? Pookie, you say how many chickens do I have? Right now I have like 20 something chickens. Let me think. I have 22 chickens right now. 1 rooster, 21 hens, and a lot of them aren't laying eggs right now because a few of them are old chickens. Peanuts, Broody, you know, like Pepper lays eggs. They just don't have shells. So like I have 21 laying hens, or I have 21 hens, and out of those hens, probably only like maybe 15 are laying hens. Aw, dang ravens flying overhead. I hate those ravens. They always like fly overhead and scare me. What else is here? You swallow the watermelon seeds? Don't worry, swallowing watermelon seeds won't hurt you at this point. Justin Echo, hello Justin Echo, greetings. You have like 5 hens try to go broody this year? Oh, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, hens, they'll go broody. I don't know, it's kind of random. Like I think it's the warm weather, the warm summer weather triggers them to go broody. So if you get a lot of warm weather and nice weather, they get well fed, they're getting older. Like especially younger hens are less likely to go broody. Older hens are more likely to go broody. And so it's kind of funny. But like, yeah, I hope you managed to like break their brood so they can stay healthy, because you don't want them to breed any longer than they need. You don't want them to brood any longer than they need, because it would be bad for their not good for their health. Yeah. What else is here? A lot of speak about watermelons. Bye, Necktail. Necktail left already. Iron Man says, thanks for sharing. Extremely detailed. You have to go. Goodbye, Iron Man. What else is here? Justin Echo, you have 52 chickens right now? That's a lot of chickens. They all have names, yeah. They all have names? That's always good. Are they just pets or are they meat birds too? Because for me, mine are just, as I said earlier, mine are pets with eggs being a second to being pets. And like, I never eat any of them, just pets. But I don't blame people who eat chickens, or like who have chickens as like for food. Because like a lot of these people, like, the funniest thing is that, like, from my experience, farmers, people who have chickens for food, homesteaders oftentimes have really good appreciation for like the value and intelligence of like chickens. Like, it's the people who like have small farms, they grow them or whatever for food, where they understand that these things are smart and that they have interesting like uniqueness and everything like that. It's kind of funny. Like, a lot of my friends who are like proper homesteader farmers who have like food animals, like meat animals or whatever, they treat them really well and everything, make sure they have good like hygiene, good coops, everything like that. And it's like, it really is like the city people who just get meat from the grocery store who don't understand how special these sort of creatures are. It's kind of funny. Hello, Gypsy. Can we say that? I don't know, MP. I think Gypsy is one of those things where it's kind of like, Gypsy is kind of one of those things that's potentially problematic, but I don't know if it's like I don't know, I think it depends on the context. If you're using it as a like an insult, or I guess it like is a slur, but otherwise, like, I don't know. Echo, they are just an Echo. Your birds are egg layers and breeding chickens. Yeah, pets. You have a rooster that's basically your dog. Oh, that's very cute. But yes, hello everybody. It's nice to see new names in chat. Hope everyone's been having a fantastic day so far. And if you've been watching for a while and have been enjoying, please do subscribe. I do these streams, I don't know, relatively often. Right now it's basically once a week. I think I will probably. I've been enjoying streaming today. Every single stream's a one by one, like once at a time. I'm not going to schedule too far out because I don't feel like it. So like, I think I'm enjoying the stream today. I think I'll do another stream probably next week, next Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure, sometime around like that. Just Echo, you're a bit sick right now. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope you get better soon. And hello, Cora Bird 24. Greetings. Hello, everybody. Hello, Oliver. Greetings. But yeah, I have been. I don't know. I think I have a little bit more time before I have to go. Hello, Oliver. I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now. Wow, that's a long time. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours now, showing off my birds. Like, look at this. Here's my peafowl here, my big boy. He is so pretty. He's such a pretty guy. But yeah, I've been showing these guys, and basically what's happened with the stream up until this point is I've just been chatting. I fed them a little bit of corn earlier and showed off the babies a little bit, but I'll show off the babies just a little bit more now, and that's probably what I'll do for the rest of the day. So there's Goo, there's Echo, that's Nia, and then those are the little babies. Oh, come on, get away. Those are the geese's babies. It's so cute. The big geese hatch these babies, and I wasn't sure how they do as mothers, but Echo there, the little raggedy one, the little mop-looking girl there, she is the mother who did most of the work for hatching these babies, and she is such a good mother. She's so defensive. She's making sure they eat and drink. She's taking such good care of them, and then she'll sit down on the ground and let them go back underneath her. Where's the other baby? It's hard to see them. Oh wait, right there. Sorry, it's just my camera's so zoomed in, it's really hard to see things, but baby. But yeah, look at that little tiny baby. And Echo, she'll sit down and the two babies will like go underneath her and sleep underneath her. And Goo there, my other Goo, my buff goose there, she's also broody, but she's not doing any of the work to take care of these babies. She says, oh, they're babies now. My job's completed. So like, she really is like a complete deadbeat mom. She's just happy that there's babies, and that's her job done. So like, Echo will sit on the geese. She'll keep them warm to make sure they're fed. And Goo just sits nearby and watches. But I'll go show you Peanut now, and maybe even the baby ducks. Oh, the baby ducks are all swimming in the pond. I'll show you them too. These baby ducks are so cute. The baby ducks are so precious. Let me just go up, up, up. Slowly, there we go. All the baby ducks are in the pond. They're so pretty. That little duck by the side, I can't really tell you all the breeds off by heart, but oh, there's another duck on the other side there. But yeah, so I have 2 jumbo Pekin ducks. One of those is an Emden goose. One of them is an Emden goose, 2 jumbo Pekins. One of them is a fawn and white Indian runner duck. One of them is a buff duck. One of them is a harlequin duck, and one of them is a magpie duck. If anyone knows about ducks, please do feel free to look at those and recognize which are which. I can't right now. And then the other things is right here. This is Peanut. Here's Tiny Peanut. This is my mother chicken who hatched out these 2 geese. And she hatched those geese entirely on her own. She sat on goose eggs for 31 days. I think she sat on those eggs for 31 full days to hatch out these little girls. And they're the silliest little things and so cute because they follow her around. They really do treat her like their mother. They follow her around. They're so loyal to her, and she keeps by them. She clucks to get them food. They follow her. They learn from her. It's kind of funny. Even though geese and chickens do not speak the same language, these geese do not understand what this mother is saying. Like if they were chickens, the mother would make a certain cluck, and the baby chicks would be like, "Oh yes, of course that's what my mother means." But since they're geese, they don't understand what the mother means. All they know is there's happy clucking and sad clucking and worried clucking, and the geese are just happy to have a mother. But like, look at these things. They're so cute. And they're getting very big too. Come on, come on, come on, no. Come on, come on, come on, come on here. And as a good goose goes, it just sort of sits down. Look at that thing. Look how big it is. Like, look how big that thing is now. It's massive. Like every day they just get so much bigger. And these are Echo's eggs. So these things are Sebastopol geese. They're a Chinese African Sebastopol crossbreed. So they're going to have such pretty feathers. They're going to have such curly feathers. They're going to be so pretty. And look at that. They just walk alongside Peanut, and they're just all so happy together. But yeah, that was the thing I was wanting to do earlier. I was just going to show those off because it's I just want to get those showed off. And now I am actually done this time. I'm just going to read the last of chat and then say goodbye. Because again, I'm just having fun. I'm just like this. These streams are relaxed. I've probably been going on longer than I should have. I'm sure people for the YouTube algorithm would say, "Oh no, you've been streaming too long. It's not good for your algorithm." I don't care. I'm having fun. What else is being said here? What else is being said here? Zara said chicken live. Yes, it's a chicken live stream. Hello, Zara. Not sure if I said hello to you earlier. And then there was the other, I showed off the baby geese. Oliver, you said your picture is a bunny. Oliver, very cute. Cora Bird, you say you're a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing, Cora Bird. Oliver, you were sad you thought you missed the live. Now that's why I try to schedule them like the day before so people can like see it. But the problem is a lot of people don't see those sort of posts, and then I have the live stream scheduled, and the live stream says like going live at a certain time. And a lot of people don't set a reminder for that either. But that's okay. It doesn't really matter. That's why I stream for a little while longer. It's just because I'm having fun, and then other people can join in and say hello. The ducky ducks. Yeah, the ducks are so. I love the ducks. They're such a good thing. Cora Bird, the magpie duck is a duck that is black and white, so sort of like black and white striped, and the harlequin is one that is sort of like a polka dotty pattern of sort of like, it's a mixture of like a light gray and a light brown and sort of like a strange like polka dot pattern. They're really crazy colorful, and I just got those because those were the only ducks that were available. I also wanted to get I really wanted to get a Cayuga duck because the Cayuga ducks are the ones that are the dark black ducks that lay pitch black eggs. Like those black eggs are so cool, but the hatchery didn't have any Cayuga ducks. So like they ran out of Cayuga. I ordered a Cayuga duck, but they ran out of Cayuga ducks. So when they in their order, they just sent me an extra jumbo Pekin duck instead, which is, it's a bit of a shame, but oh well, I'm still happy I have my ducks. They're really nice. What else is here? Super mom right there. Yeah, Peanut is an amazing mom. Peanut's a great mom. Goo and Echo are good mom. No, Goo's she's a good protection. I think she's good company for the babies. The babies are the 2 baby geese that are raised by the other geese. They're happy to have Goo because Goo is just an extra goose to help protect them and defend them and everything. But as far as which one's the good mother, Echo really is like doing 99% of the mothering to the geese. PB&J, you like how they flatten down like sandwich? Oh yeah, that's a big thing. Geese, when geese are like hand raised and they're comfortable with you, they'll flatten down. That's a big thing, is that it doesn't mean they're happy with you, but it's what I was talking about earlier, is I don't need my birds to be happy with me. I don't need them to like me. I just need them to be comfortable with me, because if they're comfortable with me, they'll like me over time. Like Peanut, I got her when she was a year old. She was uncomfortable with me, and then she became comfortable with me, and then she started tolerating me, and now she's even like, she trusts me really well. And Nia, my male goose, when I first got him, he was aggressive. He'd chase me around, he'd hiss, he'd bite, he'd be super scared, like he wouldn't even go near me a lot of the time. So he'd like hiss at me a bunch, and then most of the time he'd just be running away, he'd be really scared. And then I got him more comfortable, more comfortable, more comfortable, and now he tolerates me, now he likes me, so that's really good too. Number 8 to leave. People are saying they're going now, but yeah, that's basically Gypsy. All you've heard of are Van Black Pink ducks. Never heard of those before. They sound interesting, but yeah, I think that's it for me for a stream. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I've been streaming for 2 hours 45 minutes. I've been here plenty long enough. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining in. It's been a pleasure to stream today. I hope to see you all sometime later. Please subscribe if you've been enjoying so far, and I think I will stream next week. So goodbye Gypsy, goodbye Cora Bird, goodbye Number 8, goodbye Justin Echo, MP Player, PB&J. Who else was here? Oliver was here earlier. I'm just scrolling up in chat. Tord Larson was here. Zara was here, but I think Zara left as well. But yeah, so yeah, thank you all so much for. Oh yeah, and then also I have a community Discord for like chicken, where we post chicken photos. That's the top link in my channel page. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Goodbye Penguin, goodbye Alex, goodbye everyone, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.